professional, but
welcome to The Hook on Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network, live from my Bookie Studios. It is Wednesday, April 21st. Happy Hump Day. I'm your girl, Pilar Lastra. We've got Dmac to my left, Tom Mazawey to my right. We've got Fish in the Fishbowl, Eazy D behind the glass, Luke manning all of our social media like always, and Joey, you're back with us today.
Joey Bag of Donuts.
Joey Bag of Donuts in the house.
Have you back?
Brought it from
Hockey
Sack. Not Hockey Sack.
All right, guys, it is another. We're gonna have another great show here. It's Hump Day, and I wish you guys could see the pretty little art. I think we're gonna have to tweet it and put it out there on our social media at Woodward Sports.
Thank you.
Dmac, you are quite the artist when it comes to a camel.
Pilar, I'm just wanted to. You have a 2-year-old daughter who, as we know, and the girls, Maz can equate. They grow up really quick. So I showed you what a 3-year-old drawing looks like, so you know what you're going to look into. So that is sort of that's me at my finest.
That's not Joe Camel.
It used to be Joe Camel. Used to smoke those Joe Camel cools for sure, but no more because we gave that up on January 2nd, 2017.
I'm going to have to tweet out this photo for people to see. All right, Maz, why don't you start the show with our sports update?
I will do that, Pilar. Thank you very much. As always, brought to you by My Bookie. We take you down to Comerica Park. Yeah, they didn't play last night because of the snow, so they do a doubleheader today, and it's 2 games, 7 innings each. Right now, Tigers lead the Pirates 1-0, top of the 4th. 1 hit apiece right now for both these teams. They'll play the 7 innings today. Michael Fulmer against Tyler Anderson right now. Then tonight, Spencer Turnbull gets his season debut, and that's at 6:40 tonight. Here's my I'm a little upset at the Tigers.
Ooh.
It's 30 degrees out. You're playing 2 games against the Pirates, and you're going to make people leave the stadium and come back and pay for the second game. Just make this the old twilight doubleheader. Play the 2 games, natural doubleheader. You pay one price. It's 30 degrees. How many people you think are going to be there? Anyway.
It rubs Mazawey right in the cojones.
It really does. I mean, back in the day, I'll say it again, doubleheaders, you got both games for the one. I understand it's a new day and age and all, but we're playing in the COVID era. You already got the people in there. Doesn't it take even more time to get them out, clean the place, and then bring them back in? Yeah. You're wasting money. You're wasting time. Leave them in there. Make some new fans, for crying out loud. Let them have the 2 games. They're playing the Pirates. I rest my case.
Sometimes people just get a little too stingy.
Jesus.
Too greedy.
Unbelievable. Pistons in Dallas tonight, by the way. They take on the Mavericks. 14 games left in the regular season, and that's at 8:30 tonight. Golden State in play again. They're playing Washington. That's Steph Curry, 31 points a game, and he's got 13 in a row with 30 or more points. He already broke Kobe's record. See if he can make it 14. And remember that guy that killed Michigan, UCLA star Johnny Juzang? Well, he declared for the NBA draft. Why not? He can't look any better than he did in that NCAA tournament. He almost won it single-handedly for the Bruins. He did not get a agent, so he'll feel it out. If he doesn't feel he's going to be a high pick or in the first round, he can go back and play another year at UCLA. Smart there. Stars over the Wings again last night, 5-2. They sweep the 2-game set in Dallas. Stars now 1 point back in Nashville for 4th in the Central. Remember, top 4 teams make it in the division. That's how they play it this year. Wings and the Stars again. Tomorrow, this time it'll be in Detroit. They'll do it again on Saturday. So these teams will be playing 4 straight games against each other. What would happen back in the day, Mac?
4 straight games?
Yeah.
Somebody would have been peeing off at somebody else, and by the third game is the one that usually everything bowls over. It's just sort of like a book, right? Introduction, get into the character, something happens, there's a climax, and usually the 4th game's the mail-in one because you won't play them again for a while. But
correct.
Just think about it, man. It's 4 games, and I know they play back-to-back, but every other day. It's like the first round of a series.
True.
You
Good
know,
point.
so, but again, short end of the stick last night, and when they come out like that, I'll be down there tomorrow night, so hopefully we get to see some young guys and stuff like this, but you still want to see them win.
You taking it easy?
Take it easy tomorrow?
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, we're gonna see.
How about Luke?
Well, Luke's got a better chance.
How about
tomorrow.
Fish?
Fish doesn't like hockey, but like
he would if you took him.
Yeah,
we could make a hockey
good
fan
time,
out of
wouldn't
that
you,
guy.
Fish?
But you
Fish,
know what?
wouldn't you love to go see a game?
You know what I'm planning on though when it is equated is we're gonna have a hook family
an outing
with all the family members, and we'll do it right. And so I'll see how hard I have to work tomorrow. But I'm excited to go see this team, to see the new players play. Obviously Verona, if you saw it last night, great setup to Valtteri Filppula. Whoever, I forget who tweeted it, but the tweet for the goal, if you saw the highlight, was a great saucer pass, and Filppula had no choice but to shoot it. So that's it. He had no choice to shoot it, then he scored, which means that Valtteri Filppula, as always, shoot more.
Shoot the puck. Barry,
Tammy
shoot
says,
the puck.
How about Tammy? Take me.
Tammy's
Tammy's there.
She's up there near
She's got
Lance.
tickets for Saturday.
Fishy, what do you got?
Oh, I just wanted to say, I don't know why Dmac's disrespecting me. I like every sport. There's not a sport I hate.
He said, "Why you disrespecting
I don't know
I
what
was
to say
seeing if
there.
you're listening, Fish.
I
That's
was.
all it is.
I was listening.
Sometimes
I was listening.
I'm just testing, bro. Put me back right in my place. Look at that. Fish. Sometimes fish swims around like a goldfish. Sometimes he swims around
Like a
like
shark.
a trout. Right there, Jaws, baby.
What do you got on today, Fish? What is that? What pullover is that?
This used to be a tournament, the WGC Walk-Off Championship Bridgestone Invitational. Used to be in Akron, Ohio.
Oh, and I apologize doubly now that you're wearing a golf shirt today, and I dissed you out. You know what?
I used to go there every year.
Fish. I just want it to be a good. Have you been to LCA before, Fish, for a hockey game?
I have not been there for a hockey game. I've been there for a basketball game though.
Okay, well, see, I want to.
And I've been to the Joe.
Oh, nice. See, you got bragging rights with the old dead dog. I love it.
Justin wants to know on social media, does Fish ever leave his tank? You do.
Only to come up for water.
Yeah,
Only to come up for air.
I leave my tank every night, and then I come in every morning.
Hey, back at it. Just 8 days now, folks, to the NFL draft. We're all over it on Woodward Sports. We're going to be downtown. We'll tell you about that. Mac, make sure you tell us about that. Lions sitting with the 7th pick still. How about news like this coming out about 45 minutes ago? Ohio State University quarterback Justin Fields has confirmed to NFL teams that he has been managing epilepsy. So that is big news, and we're going to talk about that. That deserves more than just a mention.
Sure.
So the kid working hard and shouldn't probably take away from the talent that he's showing. So if he becomes a Lion, we'll be rooting hard for him. You know that. Eagles head coach Nick Sirianni says it's going to be an open competition for the starting quarterback gig. Right now he's got Jalen Hurts, second year, of course, and he's got Joe Flacco, like in his 35th year.
Right.
So those are his two choices right now. So
And he's got a Super Bowl.
He does. He does. NFL, by the way, passes the proposal. You ready? On the changes to jersey numbers, they will now be open. You want to wear number 1 if you're a running back? Feel free. You want to wear number 58 if you're a quarterback, like Otto Graham? Feel free. The numbers, at least that's what Tom Pelissero was telling us.
I got an update to the Tigers game.
Go ahead.
Top of the 4th inning, they're down 2-1.
Uh-oh. They got to Matthew
Fulmer.
Boyd. He had a no-hitter through
Fulmer,
3.
Michael Fulmer.
Michael Fulmer.
Yeah,
he had a no-hitter through 3.
Did he? Yeah, they
He
got
did.
back-to-back hits. So.
He did. Anyway, let's take you on to this day in sports. Let's take you back to 1991 NFL Draft. Boy, did they hack up Brett Favre's name.
Atlanta has selected Brett Favre, quarterback, Southern Mississippi.
Well, when I got to Atlanta, I got there, I wasn't the starter. From the get-go, Jerry Glanville, he had it out for me.
Mississippi, you're not going to play tonight? I tell you what, we got to have 2 plane wrecks and 4 quarterbacks go down, and you're it.
I was a traveling road show in Atlanta. The only thing they used me for was Jerry Glanville would bet guys when we went to stadiums that I could throw the ball in the third deck. And hell, I thought I was somebody.
Come on, Mississippi Mud.
He said, everybody gather around after I walked through. Everybody, come on. Mississippi's going to show us something. I bet anybody $100 Favre can throw it up in the third deck. And sure enough, I throw it up in the third deck.
He's either rookie of the year or he's out of here.
So that was basically what I was.
How about that? Jerry Glanville, you made a mistake because right after that, they traded him to the Green Bay Packers. You want to know who made a bigger mistake? My New York Jets, because the pick prior to that, they took Browning Nagel as their quarterback from Louisville.
Well, he called him.
I almost threw up.
How many mistakes have your New York Jets made?
That's all they've ever
That's
done.
all they do is make
The only thing they ever
mistakes.
did good was they had Joe Willie Namath. That was it.
Yeah.
That was it.
So they called him Favre. I liked something about Mary's. Brett Favre.
Favre.
Brett Favre.
That was such a great movie. Oh my gosh.
And I got a happy birthday going out to one of my favorite guys. I loved him as a quarterback, and I love him more now as a broadcaster. Mr. Tony Romo, 41 years young today for Tony Romo. Love that guy. That's the guy I want to hang with.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
He's done it. He's definitely done it right.
Man.
I love his Skechers commercials.
He was great. Bill Parcells found this guy as a free agent. Bill Parcells signs this guy, and he winds up being the starting quarterback under Bill Parcells. That guy, new talent, man. And hats off, though. That's my man, Bill Parcells, and Tony Romo. Happy 41.
Matt, so speaking of birthday, Don on our social media at Woodward Sports is saying Maz should know whose birthday it is today, and the clue is he passed away in October 2018.
The great Mike Clark from the Drew and Mike Show.
It's true.
And my baby girl, Maddie. She's 14 today.
Oh, happy birthday, Maddie.
So
Congratulations.
happy heavenly birthday to Mike in heaven. And happy 14th birthday to my little girl, Maddie.
I miss Mike doing traffic.
Oh, my God.
This morning, what I did,
He was something, man.
accidents everywhere. I was stressful traffic.
I'm sure Drew is going to pull out all the stops today. You'll hear a lot of Mike Clark on the Drew and Mike podcast.
Aw.
Yeah. Good stuff.
All right, guys. So there you have it. Do we have a This Day in Sports today?
I just did. I did Brett Favre.
Oh, that's okay.
And I got another one coming up. I got to save one. I got to save one for the second time.
All right.
Second
well, you
time
guys
around.
stick around for the good one. Fish, what do you have for us?
Oh, were we going to go to break? Because we've got Corey in there with breaking news.
Well, no. We're
What?
going to go straight to Corey. We don't wait on breaking news.
Corey, who messed up now?
Nobody messed up. Just the NFL. I heard you guys already talked about the jersey numbers.
Yeah.
They've officially. That's one of the 7 rule changes that they approved just not too long ago, including with a bylaw amendment. So I'll just run through them real quickly. First one, we already know about the jerseys. So the second one, to eliminate overtime in the preseason. For one season only, establish a maximum number of players in the setup zone.
All right.
To permit the replay official and designated members of the officiating department to provide certain objective information to on-field officials. To ensure the enforcement of all accepted penalties committed by either team during successive try attempts. To add, this is a big one for me, to add a loss of down for a second forward pass from behind the line and for a pass thrown after the ball returns behind the line. And then an approved bylaw will be require clubs to submit tryouts and visits to the league office throughout the entire year. However, such transactions will only be reported to clubs from the start of training camp through the conclusion of the Super Bowl, unless it's with a restricted or unrestricted free agent.
Can I say something really quick?
Yep.
As usual, I have no idea what any of those rules mean because nobody, not even the NFL people, know what those rules mean. There's always these sub-rules. That's what these stupid things are. You know what? Here's my number one rule. Hey, refs, we don't need you to go under the hood. We have huge TVs. They have huge TVs upstairs. They have huge TVs in New York. They could tell you if the players made a catch, inbounds, whatever the hell it is. Don't go under the hood. What a joke that is. And the NBA is worse. They go to the little screen on the sideline and they look at.
Yeah, but
Are you kidding?
What I heard in there was something where you said, yes, you're right about the sub-laws or stuff that we don't even know about that they have to abide by. So them changing all this might help, because that's a big thing. When Corey said that rule, what clicked into me was, Maz, you bitching about if they're going to use, and I agree, if they're going to use instant replay in any sport, get it right. So now they're saying that before. What, you couldn't tell the guy down there something?
Amazing.
So we don't know that.
Yeah.
So the fact that they had to go in there, and these are all, what you're seeing is because why? This is where they're changing these rules is why? Because there's a 17th game added. So you got to know what did the players get in return. So the players are just as frustrated or whatever. So hopefully some of these things cuts down the instant replay, has Joe or whoever else telling them that they've seen it or whatever else. Maybe this speeds it up. Maybe this is a good thing, but you brought up a great point, Maz, that we don't even know some of the rules that these guys have to abide by.
Fish, what do you have?
Because they don't know.
I'll make it real quick. So, Maz, you're the referee, right?
Yeah.
So your job is to officiate whatever you see on the field, okay?
Correct.
And I'm the video ref, the guy in the booth, right? My job is to tell you if you missed a call, say, hey, Maz,
Correct.
you might want to change it. So your job is to look under. I'm not saying you have to change it. I'm just saying you should look at this play here, and then you go under the hood and look at it.
Well,
but you make the final decision. I can't make the decision
you should make
for
the final
you.
decision. As the video official, they should make the final decision.
But I'm just telling you there's something wrong. I can't make the decision for you. You can say, Sam, you're an effing idiot.
I want you to make the decision. I want the NFL to let you make the decision.
It's about accountability.
Right, because the guys on the field.
If we're going to go to the hand of God, which is instant replay, right, which means we're going above the game and we're stopping it, that means that you got it. The video replay guy has to have control because the ref's saying, I need help. Right? I need help. Don't look at this. Don't look at that. So he's got to be the guy, and we got to know who these video replays are.
Yeah, and I'm there to give you assistance.
Now, that's what the XFL did. Do you remember that rule?
Yeah.
They had the video guy, and it was awesome. I remember
But he was doing the same thing. He's telling you what's happening,
Correct.
and you can change it. You can say,
But the
Fish,
video-
you're wrong.
Right.
That's not what happened.
Right.
He didn't catch the ball, and you can overrule me.
But the video official should have last opportunity to do that. That's my opinion. I mean,
let us know
who's
what
better
you
than
think.
us
I
watching
think-
the game? Who's
Well,
better
and
than us?
Honestly, I think for one game they should just let big calls be made by the fans. When it happens, you replay it and people can go.
That's
and
what they
vote
should do in a
right
game
away.
17. That's the
So
17th
that's where all the
game.
money's lying, right?
That
You
would
can see
be
where all the
crazy.
money's
They'd
going.
start
I can't win
making
this
so
call.
Much, yeah.
Everybody, we can't win this call. Everybody's on the other side.
That would be crazy. All right, guys, let us know your thoughts. Who do you think should be making these calls in these games? Random off the topic, Kevin, I do want to point out what you're saying here on our social media. How do people watch soccer on TV? I've never understood it. Any game that can end without either team scoring is like, why did we just do that?
Oh, Mr. Folk loved it back in the day, at my friend's house. Mr. Folk liked the Rome 0, Naples alla 0.
Yeah, I love it. That's right. You were saying that yesterday.
I like watching it because I've been taught by like Igor Larionov to, when you're taught how to watch a game properly or what to look for, and then you can, see different things. So it's not about the end result.
But it is a little frustrating though when if both teams can walk away with the game can end with 0 points.
Yeah, but I've seen some 0-0 games that are some of the most exciting games because of the saves, shot, just back and forth.
That's a
play.
hockey game. I like the no-scoring hockey games. I like 1-0.
Like the playoff games.
Yeah,
that go
I love it.
The overtime. Like
love it.
It's that intensity, I think, and a lot I think too in a game like soccer is or football, whatever you want to call it, is the fact that you have to watch good team. Do you have to know what a good team is supposed to look like? That's why everybody the World Cup gets involved because of the greatest players all in the world, and you can get. That's when everybody, the world sort of watches, and you see some of the great players like Messi and Ronaldo and stuff, and why they're so good.
Yeah.
Baseball,
He
I
said,
love
do
1-0
think
games too.
It'd be more interesting in person. It's definitely more interesting in person sometimes. But, too, I feel that that's one of the whole people like high-scoring games, right? The back and forth.
Not everybody.
No, but most people do. I mean, you look at some of the greatest Super Bowls that aren't high-scoring. People are like, that was so boring. No, that was great defense showing up.
I think in your sport, what your favorite sport is or how you watch sports, no matter what it is, you appreciate both. But at the different times, as I know, even in hockey, watching the 80s and all the high-scoring 8-7 games, when the game changed to the clutch and grab game and stuff like that, well, it was just a different era, a different time to play. So I think it's how your fandom is. And if you're outside where it's one of those sports where you're a casual fan, is that, you want to be excited. So that's why a lot of times at the Super Bowl, people are only time they play pools or looking for their squares and want, it's a gathering. So you want to get together. So I think it just changes depending on, like, Maz and I can appreciate, like, 1-0 baseball game.
Love it.
Where it's not boring. Where I've seen, like, 10-9 games that are boring.
Bad baseball.
So.
Yeah.
Basketball, I like high scoring because I love watching Steph Curry and those guys go back and forth, up and down.
Back and forth. And I love it when sometimes the games are like, really, they just ran out of time.
Yeah.
They just ran out of time. But if you look at the games that are low scoring, it's not because their offense sucks. Typically, it's because people's defenses are just so good. Do you have a call for us, Fish? We're going to get to him right when we come back from this break, so don't go anywhere. You guys are tuning into The Hook on Woodward Sports Network.
Hi, I'm David Hall from Hall Financial. And at Hall Financial, we treat our clients like family. And our number one priority is giving each of our clients 5-star service. Our passion for 5-star service, combined with our expertise, allows us to find the best possible solution for refinancing your home loan. We take the time to focus on both the individual and the numbers. We're going to walk you through the process and close your loan in half the time of our competition. Go to davidhallmortgage.com today.
This is the perfect time to learn a trade and start a new career. Learn more about their 10.5-month hands-on HVAC program at northwesterntech.edu. Northwestern Tech, the HVAC school that works. All right, guys, welcome back to The Hook on Woodward Sports Network. All right, we're going to get to our call before we get to our big hook of the day. Fish, who do we have?
We have Pete on the line who wants to talk about Justin Fields having epilepsy and how it relates to Darren McCarty, ? He is on the air.
Darren McCarty. All right. Hey, Pete, welcome to the show.
What's up, Pete?
Pete?
Hey, Tom, did you get my address for my card?
Oh, yeah, we got you, Pete.
Okay. Pilar, I want to tell you that you have the same personality as my wife. I love it.
Well, she must have an incredible personality then.
I love her to death. Okay. Darren McCarty, I have a question. I heard Justin Fields has epilepsy. Do you know anybody in the National Hockey League that played with epilepsy?
You know what? That brought up a great question and stuff like this, which we'll cover. And no, honestly, as far as being a physical sport or whatever, I have to look into it a little bit more. But nothing really came up on the list as something to look into. But obviously, this is something that happens to people, not just athletes, to everybody, and it's something that needs to be taken seriously. So when it comes to Justin Fields now, we'll see. But I'll get back to you, Pete. I'll do a little bit more research on that for you. But thanks for calling. Thanks for being a fan. And aren't you so lucky to have yourself a Pilar?
That's right. Hey, I heard him this morning, too. He was on the morning show as well.
Oh,
so
really?
Pete's making the rounds.
Good.
We love it.
Love
Pete,
it.
thanks for your support. You guys, don't forget, you can always give us a call, 313-552-6322. Let us know your thoughts on something we're talking about, or get ready to dial in for our world-famous Get Home with Hall Financial Baseball Trivia show for your chance to win a $100 gift card to either your choice Lashish or Detroit Wing Company, and that we do in the second hour of our show.
We've given 3 in a row away,
and
get ready.
Mike came in and met Uncle Tom,
That's
Dmac,
right.
and the boys
We
today.
took a picture with Mike.
And congratulations to him. He said he was going to enjoy the Chesterfield Wing Company, so prepare to see Mike up there. But thank you to Detroit Wing Company and Lashish for all their, and Hall Financial for all their support.
Yes, absolutely. All right, guys, so our big hook of the day is, and we saw this happen last night, more to come from it today, but Raiders owner Mark Davis meant no disrespect with his "I can't breathe" 4/20/21 tweet yesterday we saw that former police officer Derek Chauvin was found guilty on all 3 charges for his role in the very unfortunate case of George Floyd's murder. It was crazy. I feel that, I guess while justice was served, this is still a no-win situation for anybody, right? I mean, we can't bring back George Floyd's life. We can't make this go away. Everything this changed everything from the world of sports to the world that we live in today. It's affected sports in so many different ways. Games have been pushed back. Games have been canceled. Everybody's afraid of rioting now. I mean, Mark Davis didn't mean anything.
I didn't take anything from it.
He meant to show his support and
it
respect
doesn't,
to his family.
The culture that we're in right now is that everything is very literal, and you have to explain it. In this case right here where you see that, and because there was backlash or whatever, all that matters is the response from the family, and you saw the response that came out in a tweet from George Floyd's brother. And you can read it there. On behalf of our family, I would like to extend our deepest gratitude to the Las Vegas Raiders organization, its leadership, for their support of our family and for our nation's ongoing pursuit of justice and equality for all. Now more than ever, we must come together as one and continue on this fight. For the first time in almost a year, our family has taken a breath. Right? All I know is that goes for so many across the nation and globe as well. Let's take this breath together in honor of my big brother who couldn't. Let's do it for George.
Yep.
Philanese Floyd said. But you know what? So right there, it's right. So let's not blow anything out of proportion for whatever else. And to say that that's how they took it, so how Mark Davis intended it went to the right people, and for all of us, right? As you mentioned, the NHL came out with a sort of a generic.
I can read that for you.
Yeah, please. Like it's more of a generic response, and then people want to cut it up. But no, the bottom line is we're all in this together, and no, that's not the end. But hopefully, this is a start where you can take, as the Floyd family says, a breath.
Yeah.
Like they can, because across the globe in the country. So the NHL even came out, and it's such a sensitive that I'm so happy the Floyd family responded so quickly, because that puts the squash on it. But do you have the NHL?
Before you read what the NHL says, I'm just going to let you know some of our comments here on our social media. Walter says, it's bull. People can't or won't try to see the point of trying to say something that could help.
Yeah.
And I feel that's
you can go back to the Black Lives Matters, and when people were writing All Lives Matter. I mean, and at first I looked at it and I'm like, yeah, I really like that. That's because everyone's lives matter. But it turned out that wasn't the right statement back then, and whatever. But here's what the NHL said. While we hope the end of the trial offers a chance for healing, we remain committed to actively engaging in the movement for equality, and we invite our fans to join us in supporting systematic change. That's what the NHL wrote. Each league wrote something and tweeted it out for the George Floyd incident. The NHL caught flack. They said that it didn't have any substance. Why even bother, NHL? I don't know what more they wanted them to write, but a lot of people, and Darren, you hit it, everyone's got the keyboard, and everyone's got an opinion, just like a doorknob. Everyone's got it. I mean, it is what it is, I guess. You can't do anything nice. You can't even try to be nice these days. Half the time, we don't even want to bring some subjects up because we're afraid we're going to put our foot in our mouth accidentally.
Right.
You know what I mean? I got nothing.
Yeah, it's sad. I feel that they were trying to show support, and people just took it out of context.
But
and then what's even more upsetting,
but now it's
but
like,
you know what's great is that Mark Davis came out and said, "I'm not apologizing.
Of course not.
If I offended his family, then that wasn't what was meant." He said, but I'm not apologizing for what I said.
He said it's out there already. Everyone sees it. And now Philanese Floyd came out, the younger brother of George, and he said, thank you to Mark Davis. So hats off to you, Mark.
So
and I think that if you got to take the pulse of not what you're being told, but what you're seeing, and you look at how yesterday was such a big deal. I mean, and it was the biggest thing I believe in the country for me than like the OJ, the OJ Simpson trial or whatever. But the way that that people responded, right, is that peacefully, but having these sayings, and everybody's got their opinion and stuff like that, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah. So Yep, so keep letting us know your thoughts on social media at Woodward Sports across the board. We love to hear from you guys. All right, guys, we're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, let's talk about where you're going to be watching Thursday night football. So don't go anywhere. You're tuning into The Hook on Woodward Sports Network.
We are here, downtown Fenton, my favorite Bridge Street Exchange.
That's right. And you want to switch up your wardrobe this summer? It's this easy. You ready, Joey?
I'm ready.
All right, you ready? I like it. You want to do it again?
Yeah, let's do it again.
All right. Ooh, Brixton. Nice. One more time?
Yes.
Ooh, I like the hat on this one, too. You ready to do it one more time, Joey?
I'm getting tired. One last one.
All right, let's change it. Bro, where's your shirt? You need new clothes this summer. Bridge Street Exchange in Fenton. That's where you need to go. Thank you, guys.
Hey, guys, it's Maz from MyBookie. You know, watching any sport's a lot more fun when you got a little stake in the game. That's why MyBookie.ag makes it easy for you. Whether you're looking to bet the NBA, Major League Baseball, or any other major event, like this weekend's UFC 261. It'll be on Art's watch party here, too, on WSN. Make sure you check it out. MyBookie is the place to get it. And though the odds can change, if you bet on Masvidal right now to win the fight, you'll triple your money. Lay $100 right now on Masvidal to win it, and it will net you $300. They're giving you 3-to-1 odds on that, and it only can do it at MyBookie. So sign up now with the promo code Woodward to get your first deposit matched up to $100. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie.
Welcome back to The Hook on Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network, live from MyBookie Studios. All right, guys, we have actually got a very special guest joining us at the moment, African Caesar. Welcome to the show, my friend.
What's up?
Man, congrats on your show that you have here on Saturdays. If
Mhm.
people have not checked it out, they have got to check your stuff out.
Sneaker box.
The sneaker box. Great.
No, appreciate it.
Great stuff. So Zion Williamson, he got his new kicks are out. I'm sure you're going to be covering them on your show this Saturday. No?
Not really.
No? You don't have a pair yet?
You would think I would. The response I've been seeing so far hasn't been too enthusiastic. So, and that's typical of most Jordan signature athletes. The only sneakers that seem to do well for Jordan brand sneakers are Air Jordans. Other than that, it ain't really moving the needle for nobody. So
the shoes, and we have some clips of the shoes, and good looking shoe. I mean, what
I'm glad
do
you think
really
so.
expect the shoe to do? Jump higher?
Jump higher, run faster, de-taxes. I don't. The thing is sneakers have become such a lifestyle thing. Like, more people wear them off of the court or off of the field than they do like wearing them in the sport. And so performance-wise, I have no doubts it'll perform. But like I said, most people buy to wear like fashionably. So therefore, I don't really see these shoes really moving the needle for anybody. And judging by social media and the responses I've been seeing and the responses I've been getting, I don't think these will be flying off the shelves anytime soon.
I don't know, man. Once Zion, he's only second year in the league, man. Give him a chance to make his mark. He makes a mark like LeBron James. All of a sudden, maybe he winds up in New York in a couple of years. He's not in New Orleans anymore, and I bet you those shoes would fly then.
Well, LeBron had nice shoes. I mean, it's funny because like even Kobe Bryant had trouble selling shoes. So he's like considered like the next thing next to Jordan. So it's hard. Like, Jordan Brand has a horrible track record when it comes to the signature athletes. Chris Paul, his shoes did. Because the problem is, so like if you're under a banner like Nike and Adidas, right? It's just the logo. You don't think of any one person when you think of Nike or Adidas or any other brand. When you think of Jordan Brand, you think of Michael Jordan. So every other athlete is living under his shadow, both concerning both their play and the success of their shoes. So you got another man's logo on your shoe. It's hard not to draw those comparisons. You see the Jordan logo on his shoe. It's hard not to think of Jordan and not Jordan first and Zion second. And so when you think of it like that, it's hard to kind of establish yourself when you're talking about a signature shoe underneath that brand, because you got Michael Jordan kind of casting a huge shadow over everything else. Chris Paul had trouble selling shoes. Carmelo Anthony had trouble selling shoes. Dwayne Wade had trouble selling shoes underneath Jordan brand. So, and these are all Hall of Famers.
Right.
So Zion Williamson, I mean, and I hate the fact, I hate when brands try to play dumb, or at least treat us like we're children. If you notice the design on the shoe, it's a big Z on the side.
Right.
You know, Zion. And I don't know, I just thought that was just whack, for a lack of a better word.
That was clever.
I like it myself, but then again, I'm rocking the New Balances. So what the hell do I know?
Right.
Hey, New Balance is hot right now.
Kawhi.
New Balance is hot right now. So I got a pair of New Balances.
Hey, I used to wear back in the day. African Caesar joins us, by the way, the host of the Sneaker Box. I used to rock the Clydes, the Puma Clydes, the suedes back in the 80s.
See? You was fashionable. I want to see some old pictures of Maz.
Oh yeah, you do, bro. Oh yeah.
I had every color, man. Walt Frazier was my guy. He's still my guy. I love him.
I want to see high school and prom pictures of Maz.
You want to see me in my powder blue tuxedo? I'll send
that
over
like
to you.
Dumber?
Hey, man.
Yeah, it's like Domino. You said like
I got a question for you. Do the athletes themselves, right, the basketball guys, do they know this? Obviously, they're up against the Jordan thing when they're trying to sell these, or is their mentality, because there's two things. Because then wouldn't it make more sense that the next star athlete comes out with more of a fashionable, yeah, you could use it, but like you said, the sneakerheads are more into the everyday life. So, like you said, you look at the Zion shoes, and yeah, they're probably great basketball shoes and stuff like that for playing, but it's a different game out there. And do the pro guys recognize that when they get into bed with Nike, that they got no chance because it's the Jordan swoosh, or will that ever change, or do we need a new company?
I think it's best that I distinguish that there's a difference, even though it's one company, there's a difference between Nike basketball and Jordan brand. So Jordan brand is like a subsidiary of Nike, where it's just, if you slap the Jordan logo, there are no swooshes on the shoe. It's just Jumpman logos. Now it's still a Nike product, right, but is under the Jordan brand banner, and Nike basketball the same thing. So, but I think in the case of Zion Williamson, I think, you grew up idolizing Michael Jordan, so here you have an opportunity to sign to his brand. So I think a lot of times athletes get caught up in the name recognition and the fandom and sign with that. And I don't think they really think out how is the track record with them and other signature athletes and things of that nature. I think they cash the check and they get caught up in the aura of Michael Jordan, because I guarantee you Michael Jordan was there to help sell and pitch him on signing with the brand. So I think that's what they get caught up in, especially with someone as young as Zion. He's, right. I mean, what is he, like 19, 20? So, yeah, he's still relatively young. So, I don't have the luxury of having a signature line, so I get to sit back and kind of judge everybody else. I'm like the guy in the basketball on the sideline who can't play, but telling everybody else who can and can't play. I'm like Spike Lee, right?
Yeah, you are Spike Lee.
That's why you African Caesar, bro. So you don't just get that name. You got to be sitting on the side. There's the emperor over there, the emperor of the shoes right there.
I give the thumbs up and the thumbs down. I let you know if you're good or bad, but the shoe ain't bad. Look, the shoe isn't the worst shoe I've seen. Like Russell Westbrook holds that title, but
I love it. I love it, Spike.
Wait a minute. He holds it over. He holds it over Stephon Marbury, the Starbury.
See, okay, so I can't be mad at Stephon Marbury because he was trying to
save money,
go cheap. He was trying, not save money. He was
save
trying
the
to
kids' money.
Save kids' money.
Yeah. he's trying to cater to the people who couldn't afford all these high-end shoes and whatnot. So there's only so much you can do with that type of budget. So I give him a pass. But all these other people, like, Russell Westbrook, it's one of those things where, you got to let people know their limits. Like, you may be good at basketball, but as far as fashion and design, leave that to the professionals,
Hey,
didn't we know that after watching him every day walk into an arena before the game and what he's dressed in? I mean, come on, are you really shocked that African Caesar really just called out that his shoes aren't that fashionable? I mean, just me, okay?
He wore a suit. He wore a suit made out of safety pins. If that don't tell you where his fashion sense lies, I mean.
I got the worst guy for you, African. Tell me the worst guy. The worst guy wasn't. Oh my God! It just left me. It just left my head. I had it.
The worst shoe guy or the worst?
You're getting old, man.
I'm getting old. Damn! It'll come back to me. It'll come back to me. But seeing the Jordan Jumpman on a Piston jersey. It sends the chills through me, and that's not the question I wanted to give you. But what's up with that? How could they have done that?
I love it. Look, I was born and raised in Detroit, but I was always a Jordan fan, and I love the tizzy it puts Piston fans in. Like, I love it. It is the ultimate
write it down
act of pettiness. You cannot tell me that, because Nike has the contract with the NBA to do the jerseys. Once again, Jordan Brand falls under that. So you can't tell me that when they came to the Pistons and they were like, okay, which brand are we gonna go with this? That Michael Jordan was like, you know what? Put my logo on there. So now every time you see a Piston jersey, you see my logo, you see my likeness on it. I mean, if that's not the ultimate act of sunning somebody, like, that's the equivalent of Jay-Z signing Nas. You know what I'm saying? Like you cannot think of another level.
It's gross.
It's not gross.
It's hilarious.
I win. It's the same thing.
Exactly.
It's the same thing as when the NHL is using the Darren McCarty CBD roll-on. That's the sunning. That's it. That's what we do.
There's no way.
Can't win any more championships.
There's no way.
Do something else.
There's no way the Pistons should ever have allowed the Jumpman on their jersey. No way in hell they should have ever allowed it on there.
Listen, when you were playing as horribly as the Pistons, I don't think you have any leverage to talk about this jersey you gonna put on.
Hey, I remembered my shoe now. I don't remember.
What's that?
The Ball family. Which one was it? Not LeVar. Was it? Who was it?
LaMelo.
LeVar Ball.
LeVar Ball.
Big baller brand.
Yeah. How much were they getting for those? Those pieces of crap?
Okay, so somehow they were able to swindle people. I remember when they first came out, I think the one shoe was like $700, and then you can get another shoe that was autographed with the glass case. I think that was like $900 or something like that. And I blame LeVar Ball. I blame Magic Johnson. I blame a lot of people for those shenanigans. I blame a lot of people. And the problem I had with that shoe is that, first of all, Magic Johnson hyping up, what was it, Lonzo? Hyping him up like he was going to be the next point guard or something. Like, no. Like, so I knew that was destined to fail. And then you got LeVar Ball running his mouth, because it's easy to cash checks when you ain't got to be the person out there to write them, right? So that's another issue. The problem with that shoe was they rushed it, right? So basically there was like really no performance tech at all in that shoe. And it was basically a hybrid of like a lot of shoes that were hot around that time, like Kobe's and whatnot. And they just rushed it. And they banked on they didn't do this officially, but it was, throughout social media, it was, this black-owned brand and da-da-da-da. And, it's nice to be black-owned, but you still got to produce a good product.
Right.
And I feel like anybody that leans too heavily on that is trying to hide that, to try to hide that fact, or, try to distract you from that fact. And so they got a lot of people, well, not enough. They got some people. Basically, I forgot how many pairs they sold. I want to say they only sold a few pairs. I think they only got like $100,000.
I was saying, which price point did they sell? Because first they were like $495, and then they dropped them down to $200. Right?
Well, yeah, ultimately. But they ultimately dropped it because if you notice, when they came out with the shoe, Lonzo wasn't even wearing it. He's wearing other brands, and that was a red flag for me. How you gonna come up with a $700 shoe, and then when we see you on the court, you're wearing Nikes, you're wearing Adidas, you're wearing every shoe but your own.
Right.
So why am I paying $700 for a shoe you won't even wear? That only makes sense. But people wanted to support him, because at the time, he was catching a lot of heat once again because of his father. And so people wanted to support him. I think most of the sales were other professional athletes, because I don't know anybody in the streets that's paying $1,000 for a Big Baller Brand shoe. That was just stupid. And I want to say they only made $100,000 off of the initial run of those shoes.
Serves him right. I mean, that's $100,000 too much.
Only?
No, but
yeah. But when you factor in all the production costs, they didn't make any money.
Right.
So
serves him right.
Yeah.
Hey, we want to show you our shoes.
Yep.
African, we want to show you our shoes. These are the shoes that we wore. And Eazy, I know Eazy works the sneaker box for you guys on Saturday, right?
Yeah, hopefully he's doing a better job on the sound than he did with us. But go ahead.
I know. Hey, we're having the same issues with him, man. Does he do good for you? I mean, when you ask him to put a video up, he puts like a dancing girl up or something else. He puts his own crap up. Does he do that for you guys?
Man, look, I don't know what the drug testing policy is that we'll report, but obviously we're not enforcing it. So
no, the policy is if you pass the test, you're fired. So that's it. And you know what? He's just not allowed to come around me anymore.
All right, Easy.
Here's the thing, African Caesar, we're going to show you our childhood shoes that we wore when we thought, because I feel like right around that age when you're really starting to get into your own style of sneakers, it's around 8th grade, right? So these are the shoes that we wore. I don't know if you're able to see them on your computer. I want you to rate who had the best shoe.
All right, Easy. Do your magic, Easy.
First we have Pilar.
That's the Pilar.
What were these called?
Fire. I'm telling you right now, that's an easy number one. I would love to know what's coming after that, because you're gonna have a high bar to jump over. Those are fire.
That's Pilar's fire. So what does she get? 1 to 10. What does she get?
Well, how do you rank them in the sneaker box?
Yeah,
like on your show.
Okay. Because we do like a Fab 5, so
yeah.
But if I had to rank it though, or if I had to give it like a 1 through 10, so just to make it a competition.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 9.5. I want to say 10, but that would just shut down.
Nice.
I'm gonna say
you should put it at an 11.
Nicely done.
I think they're fire too. I think they're fire too.
All right, who's next, Easy?
All right, we have. Let's see, because I'm putting this together on the fly. So we'll go Maz next.
All right.
See, classics. Ah, dang, man. Why you?
I had every color, Caesar. Every color. I had the beige, the blue, the green.
Hey, I used to have all those too back in the day in the '90s. Back when I hung with Bobby Higginson from the Tigers, because if you always know, he used to wear those velour tracksuits. So as part of that, I put those shoes as part of the Bobby Higginson collection.
All right.
You need the velour tracksuit to go.
Go ahead, AC. Hit it.
Man, I want to give you extra points because you was committed. You got every colorway, and those are classics. So I'm gonna give you. I want to give you an 8, but I'm gonna give you
Don't be nice. He doesn't have to plead his case. You saw those white, hot pink, and hot green shoes,
stop
and
selling
you said
your feet.
fire.
Stop selling it.
I'm saying,
say OnlyFans, Maz.
Nobody said, "Hey, these are Pilars." You put them up, and he was like, "Fire." You're like, "Well,
that's true."
Yeah, just go
That's
with your
true.
initial.
Hey, what still sells today? What still sells? Her little LA Gears or my Clydes? They still sell today.
I mean, LA Gear is making a comeback. So
yeah, but Clyde never went anywhere.
Maz, just take your defeat to
That's
Pilar's
true.
little
Come on,
pretty
Caesar.
shoes.
Defeat. I see what you did there, Dmac.
I want to give you an 8, but I'm gonna give you an 8.5.
Fine.
I'm gonna give you an 8.5.
All right.
Man, that's an A in Canada, bro.
Look, like Pilar is right. When I saw them LA Gears, it was like, yo, like
Fire.
instant.
These
Thank
are
you.
like
Yeah,
conservative.
They're nothing conservative. Mine are suede. I got suede.
Now,
conservative.
hold on.
All right,
I gotta say this too, though. Had you posted a picture of you in those slides from back in the day, that I might have given you some more points.
Yeah, see, you didn't work at it.
See,
He mailed it in. He just threw you a picture of Walt Frazier saying, "Hey, Walt, just do it for me again, baby. Do it for me again." Who we got next, Easy?
Next, so your guys' box is going to kind of cover it up, but we have intern Luke's shoes. They're actually the same ones Dunks wore in middle school. I'm pretty sure. The skateboarder joints.
Vans.
Vans, classic Vans. I just want to point out that my version of that shoe was called Airwalks from Payless back in the day.
I remember those too.
Inexpensive too.
They weren't. They were $6.
Yeah. I said inexpensive.
Oh, inexpensive.
That's Payless.
Well.
What's Luke got? Solid.
The Vans. Now, the picture you just showed me was basically all black, so it's nothing really to get excited about. I love Vans, by the way. And, by the way, so I don't know if you guys know this, but what is it? The Coney, American Coney downtown is doing something with Puma, or I'm sorry, with Vans right now.
Oh, wow.
Where they have their own Vans sneaker. You can custom make on the website.
Wow.
So
wow.
I got a pair coming, but you posted, or at least the picture you showed me was just a basic pair of black Vans. So there's nothing really to get excited about. Now, had it been another colorway, that'd have been different.
So that's the way Luke is. Luke is just,
Luke's an under the radar
He's
guy.
a lineman, dude.
Yeah.
He's just a blocker. He's just a guy.
Listen, let him give his score.
He's opposite. He did. He's gonna give him a medium. You're still ahead.
Yeah.
But what I want you to know,
go.
He's the opposite of Eazy. He actually listens and does this stuff and gets you the sound and stuff even out there.
He's not even doing this. By the way, last night I just want to say, Maz called Luke an old shoe at our office party.
I said he was as
meant that
comfortable as an
I've
old
never heard that
shoe.
in my
I like
life.
him. That just means I like him.
All right.
Maz is abusive. I'm gonna give the Vans a 5.
See,
all right, Luke.
You were in a
All
good
right,
Give
next
Luke a golf
shoe
clap.
up.
Yeah. Hey, Luke, it's all right.
All right, next
What do we
shoe
got?
up.
All right, Easy.
All right, next we have mine. I already know I won because I would have won the sneaker battle last week or second place.
Wow.
So you should already know what's coming up next.
Stop it. That's
All
a
White Air Force
2.
Ones. Nelly it was the hottest song out. I had no other choice but to rock these.
Well, you
But
could
you
rock
put
it
up
for
a
like
basic
3
pair of all White
steps.
Air Force Ones. You
said
put up
what?
a basic pair of white, and I'm deducting points from the sound quality from my show last Saturday.
Absolutely.
And,
No control. That's not me.
and you came in all arrogant and cocky. So
Absolutely.
I rest my case.
I missed the last part. What you said?
I rest my case.
So I'm gonna give these a cool 7.
Ooh, see, that's higher than I thought.
Cool 7. If you wouldn't have deducted points,
You can't wear them.
what would you rate
No,
them?
because here's the thing about all White Air Force Ones, right? They go with everything. So like every every spring, I get me some low top all White Air Force Ones. Every fall, I get me some wheat Timberland boots because they go with everything.
There you go.
So those are like a mainstay, especially here in Detroit.
Yeah, I know.
Caesar, how about this? Easy says he could beat Bruce Lee in a fight.
Like Bruce Lee now?
Dead Bruce Lee.
Yeah, dead Bruce Lee. No, he thinks back in the day he could have trashed Bruce Lee.
Yeah, like Bruce Lee. Same Bruce Lee.
If he would have caught Bruce Lee, when he was recovering from that back injury, yes, he might have had a chance. Outside
in his
of that,
hospital bed.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, like
Y'all be nice.
I don't know, like unless he's
Yeah.
talking about Bruce Lee, the guy that wasn't a martial artist. Is he talking about the martial artist?
Yes.
Yeah.
The Bruce Lee.
He's not a martial artist. He's an actor. Come on.
Correct.
Let's keep this be real.
It's all right.
Correct.
Don't even.
All right, do we have any more shoes for him to judge?
Where are my shoes?
You want to see Dmac shoes?
Here's
Yes.
Dmax.
Next
All right.
pair.
I'm solid 10 for me. I don't know what you guys got.
Holy crow.
Nice, sorry, nice
Wow.
one, Easy.
Look
Those
away.
aren't- Those aren't my feet. Those are actually look like a chick's
Look
feet.
away.
Oh my
Hey,
God,
Darren.
Dmac.
That's not the barefoot feet that I wanted, but yeah, I was just gonna go barefoot.
Darren.
But that's how. Hey, listen, that's how he does me. But I'm in arm's reach length, and I can catch him. That's for sure. So I'll just remember
Darren.
that. Yeah.
Darren, after the show, I need you to go into Mike's office. And I need you to ask him what the health benefits look like. So you can That is ridiculous. What is like? Wow. The only other feet I've seen that are worse than that. Wow.
He wears slides.
Wow.
He wears slides. That's really his shoe. His shoe of choice
Man.
are
My
slides.
shoe, yeah,
Darren
exactly.
Deep wants to know where your cowboy boots are.
Yeah, well, I used to rock the cowboy boots back on. That's sort of like the junior hockey thing, high school stuff.
If you get a chance to look up LeBron James' feet. Those are the only other feet that I've seen that look worse than yours.
Wow.
Gross.
That wasn't mine, bro. I don't have a freaking.
It's got the tattoos
Listen,
and
I don't
everything.
have that
Don't deny
butterfly
it.
tattoo down there on my hand. Give me a break. Mine might be ganky like that, but I do not have the tattoo profile of those feet. Yo,
Darren.
Yes.
In my defense, it's hard to pay attention to the tattoo when you see those toes.
Yeah.
Right above it.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. Do we have any other?
Look
shoes
at that
or was
hammer
it?
toe too. That
I
hammer
know.
toe.
Caesar, I got something for you. You get all this swag that you wear every freaking week. All this great stuff from
wow.
Wait,
Mitchell
what do you
Ness.
get? Come on, man. Help a brother out. Look, I'm rocking stupid
Hey, I
Cincinnati
got
Bengals
dibs. Hey,
shirt.
see, tell him I got dibs.
Hook a brother up.
I'm gonna try to talk to somebody and see what we can do for the network. I didn't realize that so many people were paying attention to it. I thought I was being subtle.
No, you're not.
But it's hard to be subtle when you're like 6'3", 300 pounds.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That Bruins jersey you had on was something. That Boston Bruins jersey was that was the smoke.
Man, wait till you see what I wear next week.
All right. We'll be turning it. Tell us about the show so people know about it.
So yeah, the Sneaker Box. We are a weekly Saturday morning show. We talk about all things sneaker related, both from the community and the industry. Recently got in a little bit of trouble because I guess we went too hard on Nike, which that's not my problem.
They slapped back at you.
Well, so we had a little working relationship where they would CP product, and so now they're kind of like withholding product because I offended or hurt some people's feelings. So, and I am not one for cancel culture. Like I just feel like I'm gonna do what I do, and if you want to cancel me, cancel me.
Good for you.
But yeah, so we talk about all things sneaker related. I think this weekend we got a designer from Nike skateboarding on the show. Working to get some other guests, but between that and our podcast, which we've been doing that for like 7 years, and we've been so successful with that. I mean, the downloads are just like crazy. So just trying to get those downloads from the podcast to translate to the views on YouTube.
It'll come, bro. It'll come.
Yeah. So consistency, right? So
truth to yourself. That's what I'd like to hear. Because it sounds like you're like you said, you're gonna stand there and be the guy that didn't play, but it's your truth. And it's the fact that people lean because they know that you're not going to waver because you're dealing with Nike. You're going to call it out, and you know what? You hurt some feelings along the way. You're not here for feelings. You're here for, the truth and the real. So I appreciate that, respect that a lot.
I got to say, there is some power there's power in words, and there's also power in speaking truth to power, right? And so the fact that a number one brand in the world, Nike, is like that insecure to where like what we say in the show bothers them. Mm-hmm. I think having a conversation with them,
That means you're big.
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess. I'm trying to be modest right now.
All right.
But
the truth.
no, it's a situation where like I think sometimes they forget that we have a show, but we're fans and we're also customers. Yeah. And so, we also are speaking for people who don't have the ability to have a podcast or a show. So, I think they should look at it as, valuable feedback that they can take for free, mind you, and, do what they can to do a better job as far as servicing their customers and their fans.
That was awesome, man. It was great talking to you, AC.
Thanks so much.
Love seeing you. Best success to you, and try to control Eazy as best as you can.
Right,
We're trying here.
Right.
Maybe the two of us together, we can get him a little humble.
No hope.
No, I just
I think we're just gonna have to. I'm gonna have to get there early enough to drug test them before the show.
There you go. Do something.
I just want to point out that the final verdict was that my shoes were the best, right?
Your $6 shoes won it.
Since everybody else didn't even measure up, I'm gonna go ahead and just move up my score for you from a 9.5 to a 10.
Thank
All right,
you.
let's see those bad boys again.
Thank
Easy.
you.
No, not those.
No.
Donkey.
Not that.
Not your mom's feet. Show me Pilar's. Right.
For the show, Dmac.
Look how dope those were.
Those are
Easy
dope.
10. Look at the lace game on those.
Yeah, that's what I say. It was like the double laces. It was
Hey, doesn't
crazy.
it have little Pilar written all over it too? Couldn't you just see like 8th grade
does.
Pilar just rocking these with a ponytail right
That's
in
a
front of
hat,
that?
a side pony.
Skateboard.
See the way she had the scrunchies?
Yeah,
Like the different color
you
scrunchies?
know that,
we didn't
yeah.
have. So in 8th grade, we didn't have scrunchies back then. That was like back in high school era. But we didn't have. We just had those big. Remember those rubber bands that had those big giant balls attached to them? Those hard balls.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what. Rocking a side pony and probably some like shorts that came all the way down to my like ankles. I don't know. I wasn't very hip in fashion, but. All right, my friend. Everybody, please tune in and watch the show Saturday mornings. African Caesar will break it down for you on the Sneaker Box Show. It's a great, great show. Thank you so much for joining us.
you.
We loved having you on. Kevin said,
See ya,
Fila's. I
see ya.
forgot about the Filas. He wanted pumps. He wanted the ones with the pumps. The soles came apart after 2 months.
John
Yeah.
Cena's.
Yep, and then he also said, I wanted the berries, but didn't have them in my size. So you had to get the Emmett Smith Reeboks. It sucks, 7th grade. All right, guys, keep letting us know
CCs.
what you guys had back in the day on our social media at Woodward Sports. When we come back, you guys start getting ready to dial it up, 313-552-6322. Not in this next segment, but very, very close. In the following segment, we're going to get to our world-famous Get Home with Hall Financial Trivia. So start making your way to the phone lines, my friend. You're tuning into The Hook on Woodward Sports Network.
I'm looking to bring on another HVAC tech right now.
We are recruiting 5 to 10 techs a month.
We're looking to grow and expand. Every new tech we hire is from Northwestern Tech.
The hands-on training is fantastic.
They're always my first call.
We love hiring Northwestern Tech grads.
They come out trained and ready to work.
Our program is only 10.5 months, and our next classes are starting soon. So why wait?
I'm looking to hire
Hire a graduate
of Northwestern Tech. Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Hey guys, Dmac here, and you know what time of the week it is. Oh, shoot, wrong hand. You know what time of the week it is. No, I haven't been dipping into this, but this is, yes, 8 Mile Vodka, and all our friends at 8 Mile Vodka can't thank them enough. And if you do indulge on the vodka side, 8 Mile Vodka, born in Detroit, is distilled in single 90 batch liters to allow for optimal quality care and control. The carbon filtered, aerated, and bottled at the perfect time to produce a subtle taste with smooth finish and a character all its own. Exceptional premium vodka, chilled, enjoyed straight. However you do it, check it out at any Myers or ask your bartenders. Please, if you do, drink responsibly.
Welcome back to The Hook on Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network, live from my Bookie studios. It is Wednesday, April 21st. I'm Pilar Lastra. We've got Dmac, Maz, Fish in the Fishbowl, Easy D behind the glass, taking a beating from everybody today. You poor guy, man.
He could hack it.
Luke manning all of our social media at Woodward Sports. Keep the conversations going. And, of course, we got Joey back in studio. Welcome, Joey. Good to have you back. All right, Maz, kick things off with your sports update.
All right, as always, brought to you by our good friends at MyBookie. Use the promo code Woodward and get your free deposit money. Tigers down right now, 3-2 as they play the bottom of the 6th at Comerica against the Pirates. It's a split 7-inning doubleheader, so it's coming down to it. Bottom of the 6th is really bottom of the 8th in a real game. So they got one more inning to get this thing tied up, and there's that snow out from last night. Look at that nice little snowman that Eazy made earlier today. Tonight, the game at 6:40. Spencer Turnbull makes his season debut. He gets to come on up, and to make room for him, they designate Renato Nunez for assignment. So he'll be looking for a new team unless everyone passes on him. Then he'll be back with the Tigers. Pistons in Dallas tonight taking on the Mavericks. 14 games left in the regular season. Stars over the Wings again last night, 5-2. They sweep the 2-game set in Dallas. Guess what? They get to do it again starting tomorrow. This time they will play back-to-back games in Detroit Thursday and Saturday. Dmac will be there tomorrow, so make sure you're on the lookout for him. Just 8 days to the draft. Lions still with the 7th pick. Are they going to move it? We'll chat about it. How about Justin Fields from Ohio State? Going to be one of the top quarterbacks taken in the draft, or will he be? He has confirmed to NFL teams that he has been managing epilepsy, so he is going through that on top of everything else and trying to get a gig and make that big contract. Jalen Hurts, Joe Flacco will be competing for the Eagles' starting quarterback job. That's what their new head coach, Nick Sirianni, said. And the Dolphins are putting their pick, number 6, out there. They are taking names right now, fielding calls, see what the highest bidder gives them, and the NFL passing the proposal on numbers changing. So now jersey numbers are up for grabs. If you want to wear a number 1, like Charles Woodson did, wear a number 1. And number 2, he wore number 2. Braylon Edwards wore number 1. So wide receivers can wear 1. Defensive backs and linebackers, whatever, can wear number 1 as well. 32 years ago today, as we go to this day in sports, it's movie time with Fish. Field of Dreams debuted today.
People will come, Ray. They'll come to Iowa for reasons they can't even fathom. They'll turn up your driveway, not knowing for sure why they're doing it. They'll arrive at your door as innocent as children, longing for the past. Of course, we won't mind if you look around, you'll say. It's only $20 per person. They'll pass over the money without even thinking about it. For it is money they have and peace they like.
Ray, just sign the papers.
And they'll walk out to the bleachers. Sit in shirt sleeves on a perfect afternoon. They'll find they have reserved seats somewhere along one of the baselines. Where they sat when they were children and cheered their heroes. And they'll watch the game. And it'll be as if they'd dipped themselves in magic waters. The memories will be so thick they'll have to brush them away from their faces.
Ray, when the bank opens in the morning, they'll foreclose.
People will come, Ray.
You're broke, Ray. You sell now or you lose everything.
Don't do it, Ray.
The one constant through all the years, Ray,
Oh my God, what
has
happened?
been baseball. America has rolled by like an army of steamrollers. It's been erased like a blackboard, rebuilt and erased again. But baseball has marked the time. This field, this game, is a part of our past, Ray. It reminds us of all that once was good, and it could be again.
Yes. Listen to him, Ray. Kevin Costner. James
People will
Earl
come,
Jones.
Ray. People will most definitely come.
Field of Dreams, 32 years ago
Isn't that
today.
wild that the same speech just made by James Earl Jones, and he said, "No, I'm your father." Same as Darth Vader. I couldn't do it.
Isn't that something?
It is.
And of course, he makes a scene in The Sandlot as well as the man who gives him that murderer's row baseball at the end. Oh, I can't tell you. I don't want to spoil it for you guys. You watch it all. And 5 years ago today, on a somber note, we lost a great Prince. Prince passed away from an accidental overdose 5 years ago today at Paisley Palace in Minnesota. Of course, all decked out in purple everywhere, man. And he was as talented as they come.
He was one of the best halftime Super Bowl shows I have seen.
Well, yeah.
Was when he performed.
Absolutely.
I got to watch.
He did
that
it in the
one
rain
live.
too.
Yep, I got to watch that one live. It was
in
incredible.
the purple rain.
Yeah, it was perfect.
That was Peyton Manning Super
Him and
Bowl.
Talked to the big guy upstairs
Him
and
and
said, "I
God
need a little
planned
purple
it.
rain."
That was Peyton Manning Super Bowl. Peyton Manning and the Bears.
That was a great Super Bowl. All right, guys, be sure that you are getting ready to dial us up, 313-552-6322. We have got a caller on the line. Who do we have joining us, Fish?
We have Walter, who wants to talk about the Ford shooting and give us a different perspective, and he is on the air.
Hey,
Hi,
Walt.
Walter. Welcome
Hello,
to the
guys.
show.
How you doing?
We're great.
Ooh,
Thanks
I'm
for
kinda
joining
nervous,
us.
First of all, thank you guys for the show. It's fresh, it's fun, it's an enjoyable listen.
Thank
it
you.
makes my day a whole lot easier to get to.
Aw, thanks.
Mac, thank you. June 7th, 1997. My birthday.
Oh, well, no, thank you for having that birthday on such a great day, brother. We
Man,
share a lot of...
Your goal made my liver celebrate all that night.
Well, Walter, you know now that like it's all about now I'll remember it because it's June 7th when we won their first cup in 42 years and I scored that goal was on my boy Walter's birthday, bro. So that's awesome. I love it.
Well, for me, I'm a resident of this area, have lived here since birth. For me, that verdict yesterday was a sigh of relief. For all the things that I have to deal with being in this area, I've been that person who's been in a suburb and was told essentially, don't let me see over here. My crime, going to buy a video game from a 24-hour Walmart.
Wow.
So
I have 8 grandkids, and most of them are biracial. And due to my issues health-wise, I will not be able to give them that talk when they get older. I won't be here.
Oh.
So I'm worried about after me, my grandkids, and who are going to tell them this is how you conduct yourself. And the people that we pay for through our taxes are the ones that's supposed to not treat us as we're different than everybody else.
Right.
So
my fear... Go ahead, Mac. I'm
No,
sorry.
I was just going to ask you, so you think with what happened yesterday, you said you
It's a
took a
start.
sigh. It's a
It's a
start.
start.
I think we
Yes.
agree. It's by the, what do they say? You got to get the ball moving or you got to get something going. So
you got to crawl before you walk.
And for
nobody, well, I don't think that was to me, it was the start of a conversation that's needed to happen forever. My father, rest his soul, was a part of the 60 riots in Detroit. That's why they moved out to the suburbs. So I've heard it my whole life. I've lived it my whole life. And I hope that when my grandkids get old enough to be of age to make decisions, that they don't have to deal with why are you this way and why are you in this neighborhood when, honestly, being there should not be a sentence to be in trouble or to be harassed or to be maligned in any way, shape, or form.
Absolutely.
100%, Walter. Thank you for calling.
Thanks
Thank
for the
you
call, Walter.
because
for
it's
sharing
what's
that.
important is somebody who's actually lived it, had the experience, and can relate to whatever, and to say, okay, now the conversation starts, and if this gets us further along as people, so your grandchildren, and hopefully you'll be around, but reality is
No.
reality is
Mac, I have ALS.
Okay. Oh,
I have
God
ALS,
bless,
so
man.
I realize.
No worries, but
I realize it's coming.
But the whole thing is that it's that we're moving the needle, and I always like to say that I don't care what they show me on TV or in the media. This is what I live, and you out there, June 7th, all this and people. So the fact that you've been through something or whatever and see that this is the start to it, we appreciate it. And we all here appreciate your love and continue to listen, bud, and we will definitely hear from you again. But yeah, we got a lot of love for you out there, Walter.
And thanks so much for your call and for your support, my friend.
We need Walt to call in one of these days because he knows all these baseball trivia questions.
I know.
He can give it away. Give the card away, Walt. Call us back.
Yeah.
Call us anytime, man.
All right, guys, we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, it is that time for us to play our world-famous Get Home with Hall Financial baseball
Is that
trivia.
a baseball or a golf swing?
It was baseball.
Wait a sec. Was that your bat flip?
Yeah.
Golf would
That
be
was
down
so weak.
here.
Dude,
This
you
was-
just... That's
I'm
how you're
sitting,
going to
here
make it.
I'm sitting here with a freaking microphone and a computer in front of me.
The excuse is always an excuse.
Yep.
I sucked at baseball anyway. I love it, though.
Now I know where Easy's getting it from.
Yeah, excuses
Oh, that hurts.
are like belly buttons. We all have them, and they're all useless. All right, guys, so don't go anywhere. Start dialing up our phone line, 313-552-6322. You're tuning into The Hook on Woodward
You fouled that
Sports
home run
Network.
swing off, man.
Whatever.
You fouled it
I
off.
suck.
Street Exchange, downtown Fenton. I'm trying to find me a shirt. Ooh, look at these swimming shorts. What are you doing over there, Stick?
I'm trying to find me a drink. Ooh, look at these bonfire bitters.
Ready for summer.
Let's go.
Hey, guys, it's Maz for our friends at Hall Financial. When's the last time you checked your interest rate? Well, if it's creeping by 3% right now, you better call Hall Financial for a free 5-minute mortgage checkup and tell them your good friends at Woodward Sports and The Hook sent you. Hall Financial is fast. They do all the heavy lifting for you, so give them a try. DavidHallMortgage.com and get started right now. Tell them Maz sent you. Hall Financial, lower payments, better options, more personal attention.
Welcome back to The Hook on Woodward Sports Network. All right, guys, it is time. Listen, Mac, you broke your computer with your foul ball swing. That's what happens.
Oh, well.
That is
I
what
tried
happens.
to get you music. I'm sorry.
It's all right. It's all right. All right, guys, it is time for us to play our world-famous Get Home with Hall Financial baseball trivia. We have got our caller for today's show. Why are you doing that?
I'm testing it.
Things going off everywhere. All right, Fish. Who do we have joining us today?
We have good old Anthony from St. Clair Shores. He's gonna win. By the way, what are the prizes? Is it wings again?
It's his choice, Anthony. If you win,
Oh, he gets
you
a
get
choice.
To, yep, you get to pick whether you would like a gift card to Lashish or a $100 gift card to Detroit Wing Company.
If I know who this is, he's going to the Wing Company. Is this my man, Anthony P?
Yeah, we're going Wing Company for sure.
I know it. Anthony Prasnak from St. Clair Shores. He was a Lemon Drops coach. Mac?
Oh, nice. Oh,
Yeah.
he's a Hall of Famer.
He's a Hall of Famer.
Great to have you on the airwaves, Coach. I was a big fan of your championship teams 10 years ago.
All right.
All right, Praz.
So you know the rules, right? It's you have to get all 4 questions correct for you to win the $100 gift card, and each question will get you to a base. Each question gets harder and harder as the game goes on.
Not really.
No.
Not really.
Take it easy on me, man.
All right, buddy. I got question number 1 for you. Here we go. Anthony Prasnak of St. Clair Shores. Which pitcher threw 3 complete game victories in the '68 World Series? Obviously, pitching for the Tigers.
Oh, boy. 68 World Series, Tigers. Man.
Remember,
you know
it was this guy against Bob Gibson. He hit a home run, too.
Well, did you and Maz not talk when you coached?
No, I don't tell anybody these things.
I'm not. No, not this one. But will you not have a 68 talk?
He is young.
Would know
He is
every
young.
person up and down the line. You can't be around you and not know this stuff.
Oh, God, I'm drawing a blank here, Tom.
All right,
Oh,
it
my
starts.
God.
I'll give you the initials. M.L.
There's a kids club that people watch.
M.L. Mickey Lolich. Got it.
There you go.
There you go.
All right,
Hey,
man.
that's a little home. That's the phone a friend Tom
There you go.
Mazawey St. Clair Shores card. That was the
Man,
that was the neighbor's
easy
card.
one, Tom?
That was to me. I thought that was easy. But
That
you know,
was easy.
Whatever.
All right, I
Here
think
comes
this one's
question
going to be
2.
a little bit easier. Who was the only Tigers pitcher to start the season 13-0?
In the last 15 years.
Oh. Well, I want to say Verlander.
It's one of 2 pitchers, so think about that.
1 of 2. 15 years.
Start 13.
I got to go Verlander. I don't know who else it would be.
Oh.
Where's that noise?
Is that your final
on.
answer?
Come on, man. If it's not Verlander, who is it?
We need you to say, this is my final answer right now. We just feel like you're just thinking out
This is
loud.
it. That's your last clue. It's not Verlander.
All right,
Who is it?
15 years.
Are you sure? Were Lemon Drops soccer?
No,
they
it
weren't.
was-
They were baseball.
No, I'm disappointed right now.
Hey.
This is my guy.
This guy's.
I'm
this guy's.
disappointed in myself.
When he left the team, he won a
We're gonna
Cy
go.
Young.
We're gonna go. Fine. We're gonna go Max Scherzer. Final
You
answer.
should have. I mean, how? Maz gave it when he said
Jesus.
there's 1 of 2 guys.
I've had it.
All
That's
right.
it.
No more, Maz. I don't
I'm
care
done.
where he's from. He just put his ball in the rough. You're giving away this too easy.
All right, Mac, take
All
care
right.
of it.
What Tigers player came off the field when the David Price trade was announced?
They were playing the game.
And he got traded.
That would be Curtis Granderson. No!
Right position, wrong player. Austin Jackson.
Come on, Ant.
Oh, no.
Come on,
Why
man. I was hungry,
That was
too. He
terrible.
would have split those wings with me.
That was terrible.
All right, go. You know what though? Go do run around the house 6 times. Do 4 burpees, a push-up, 4 Hail Marys. Study up a little bit and call back next week. Try to win it back.
Oh, man. I'm sorry, guys.
You're still a Hall of Famer in the Lemon Drops Hall of Fame, bro.
If anybody needs their carpeting done in the house or flooring done, Anthony Prasnak is your guy.
There you go. Did he do yours?
He does whatever, man. He's a Mr. Everything. He's a Mr. Everything.
There you have it. All right, Anthony.
Thanks
so much
thanks for calling, Ant.
Hey, thanks, guys. Good luck. See ya.
See you,
All
buddy.
right.
I'm ashamed of you.
Walter said, today was a bit harder, but well-played questions.
Thank you, Walt.
Yeah. He got the Austin Jackson question right.
He
Of course
did.
he did.
No,
The last one's a doozy, Maz. And you know what? Because anyways, I'll leave it because you're going to keep it in there.
You're going to use it again.
I
He's
will
gonna
use
keep
it again.
The last one's a doozy, and then you better know your stuff.
Tigers are coming to bat. Last licks right now for the Tigers. They're down 3-2. Bottom of the
Who we
7th.
got? Who's up in the lineup?
Let's see. Who's up in the lineup?
This is
Let me see.
important. Do we got Badu?
We got Scope, Victor Reyes, and Zach Short.
Ooh, Short just got called up, took a walk early.
Batting 0.
Reyes, I believe, knocked in the first run. So
He did.
maybe, hey,
176. He's batting.
Yeah, I know.
So we got a
2-0.
We got a 203, a 176, and a 0-0-0.
Yeah, they're due.
Coming
Yeah,
up.
they're due.
There you go.
They're due. Right on, Maz. Rally,
Come on, Tigers.
rally.
It's going to get exciting.
Wonder what the Tigers are in-game line right now.
We will keep you guys up to date with
I bet you
all
they're
this.
plus 175.
Okay, sorry, Pilar. This is important because it could be a great...
No, I'm not mad at this. I mean, this is important.
Yes.
This is important.
Save some money
Okay.
for tonight.
Oh, they're plus 400 right now.
Oh, 400.
Yeah, plus
That tells you the 3 guys that are coming up have a combined batting average of
I'm gonna
160.
Throw $5 on it. There you
All
go.
right.
Do it. Do it.
Yeah, plus 400.
Attaboy.
Yeah.
All right, guys, let's talk about some of the changes that are happening to Thursday night football and where you can watch them. You can now catch them on Amazon Prime. And Amazon Prime is doing this thing about you watch it your way, right?
That's what
You
they're
can-
thinking.
Yep, you can pick your announcers, who you want to hear announcing the game. You can choose having no announcers. How do you guys feel about that? Would you watch a game where there is no announcers?
Let me show you one from 1980. The only time it's ever been done, it was the Dolphins and the Jets. The video is very grainy, but you could hear. And what they do is NBC mic the field, so you're going to hear the PA announcer. You're going to hear the crowd. And then once in a while, after a play, you'll hear like a quick interview. Like if they're interviewing, I forgot who it was, A.J. Dewey or Richard Todd or someone like that. So on NBC, this do you have that right now?
TikTok,
Easy to roll?
Yeah, give me 1 second. I don't know why it's not.
All right, well, we're going
It is
Fish,
from
what did you
YouTube.
have
Well,
to
it's
say
a
to
grainy, so it's got to probably download.
Yeah, it's got to go
grainy,
through
it's
everything.
gotta- yeah, you
It's
know.
got to go
it takes-
through everything.
Fish,
What up,
what did
Fish?
you have for us?
So they have for certain games that are played, like big games on ESPN, they'll have you can go to ESPN app and you can watch like 7 different channels, and some of them are no commentary. Like
Correct.
the Sky Cam, Spider Cam, they have no commentary.
The championship games, the college championship games, they have that super, I forget what they call it. It's like
the megacast.
The megacast.
They'll have like 80 different. Yeah, they'll
so let's
like
say the Buckeyes are playing Alabama. You can hear the Alabama guys.
Yep, the
you
Ohio
can hear
State.
You can hear a bunch of guys just talking around the table like us, or
Yep.
you can hear the actual
stat
call of the game.
Well, well, that's the one thing is that the HBO or whatever sound effects on NFL Network or whatever
Oh, yeah.
you're gonna hear. That's such a great.
It is.
Great thing. I want to remind everybody, because it's coming up. But next Thursday is draft party, and all of us in the Woodward Sports family will be joining our boy, yes, our football guy, Wayne State's own, Detroit Lions' own,
Joinka
Bell, co-host of the Bell and Baligian.
Acai Bowls for everybody.
Acai Bowls, exactly. Delmar, Detroit, right? And we're going to stream it all. It's going to be fun, 7 to 11. That's April 29th.
Is Fish going to join us?
Yeah, well, Fish is always going to be there. I'm not going if Fish don't go.
That's right.
I'm assuming
you will
I'm
see
gonna
Fish
get
out of the fish
dragged
bowl.
in there.
That's right. Fish will be out of the fish bowl.
They're gonna drag me to a 79-hour day.
Come get a picture with Fish.
There you go. Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. So we'll keep you guys.
I wish we
up to
get
date
our
on
boys
all
some stalls there with us to give us the jerseys. As soon as they come up, hot off the presses.
Well, why?
Right off the presses.
But Maz, you know why they're not?
Of course.
Because they're standing right beside Goodell,
they
my
are.
boy Scotty
Right.
Valley.
About
Questions
that.
is
Scotty Valley,
gets
I
the
want a
first.
valet for you, man. I want to go to the draft with you. It's in Cleveland this year. It's going to be fun.
Yeah. he always
Where
gets
where are we having this event again?
At the Delmar, which is downtown in Greektown. It's actually kitty corner in.
Sounds like a hotel in South Beach.
It does.
Yeah.
It probably is. I
Probably
think there's
is.
Delmars down there. Isn't there a racetrack?
Yeah, there's one.
there is.
Just outside of San Diego. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Right in Southern California.
E, were you able to get that video?
Yeah, it's got the one that we originally had. It's just the old
All right,
school
well,
version.
Let's play it.
Yeah, let's play it. But you have to bring up the volume, too, so we can hear what's going on the
right.
field. This was NBC in 1980, so they were way ahead of the curve, 41 years to be exact. Intercepted, of course. Dolphins against the Jets. Look at Richard Todd.
The return is good for 11 yards.
You hear the PA guy?
Take over on their own 46.
You know what it's like? It's like the next thing to go into the game and stuff like that, right? It's almost like you're going to the game and controlling how you watch it, where some people don't hear it. I like to, it's for the guys that some people watch TV and listen to the radio broadcast.
Yeah.
Some guys don't like that or turn down the volume, right? While you're doing drop music or whatever like this. But a lot of times games that are on are just playing and you're watching while you're doing other things as you're walking by the TV or stuff like that. So there's something to it, because you look at what we're doing here on Saturday for the Art of Combat.
It's a
and the watch
party.
party. It's a watch, and as Fish said, the megacast and stuff like this, it all depends on who you're in. The nice part is too, because ESPN or whoever's running it owns it, that they can play the game and watch it too, where most people that can't you have to video them watching the game, then you watch it at home too. But it's just expanding the brand, and with this Amazon and stuff like that coming in, right, giving people options, it's a new age.
They say they're going to hire a big-time announcing team. They already have Andrea Kramer and Hannah Storm doing it. If you wanted to watch Amazon stream back a year or two ago, you could have done that. Or you could have watched the Joe Buck game on the NFL Network. It would have been your choice. And then who knows? They might add this no announcer channel as well. And they might have a bunch of us sitting around the table talking about the game. So it's kind of cool. The Thursday night game was always like the bastard of all the games, because it was split. CBS had it. NFL Network had it. Each one had a half a season. This time Amazon's like, we're in. Just get us in the game.
Paid the big bucks for it. That's
but if you pay, what is it, $119 a year for Prime, which that's going to go up now. Now you're getting this with it. So it's kind of cool. And you know what? NFL Sunday Ticket, it's still up for grabs. Who's going to get it? Is it going to be Hulu? Is it going to be Amazon? Who's going to go get it?
Yeah.
DirecTV ain't going to get it anymore.
That makes sense, because Jeff Bezos' worth is $194.6 billion now. So when
Not
you
bad,
say
huh?
it's a big number, and it is, we're watching this, but you got to understand, follow the money. The guy at the top who's got it all, it's not anything to him to say, where you got these networks that are trying to put $1 billion together, and that's like not even 1% of his worth.
Isn't it amazing? He's got more than all the stations together.
Right.
Put them all together, he dwarfs them.
So at the end of the day, in this culture, in this country, when he gets it up to speed, he dictates the play, because he can control it all. So what I like, though, is you're going to find out as you do it on how you maybe like to watch a game differently than it's shoved down your throat.
We have a final.
Yeah, I know.
Tigers went down 1-2-3. 3-2 final. Now they'll wait. What time is it now? 4:20. They'll wait 2 hours and play game number 2. Get the hell out of the stadium. Come back in and pay again, folks.
Spencer Turnbull on the mound off the DL.
Yep.
Easy. What do you have for us?
I'd watch a game nowadays with no announcers, but this, I can't even see what the hell's going on.
Well, that's old school.
I'd
The new
much rather
school.
announcers. I was literally trying to find a clearer video, because the beginning of that one's rough.
But here's what do you expect when they did back then?
Yeah,
And the
this is
camera
what,
angles. Look at you been in the booth for like a month or whatever like that, and all the stuff that you're still learning.
Yeah.
And whatever like this, how to move the cameras, how to do this, what
We
to
hope.
pull up.
Yeah.
So I mean that's 40 some years ago. Right?
You didn't get that.
I did. I heard it. I let it go because do you want me to play nice or do you not want me to play nice? I don't miss anything, Maz, and I hope so too.
Hey, Eazy brought Brooklyn pizza for me today. I mean, I love the guy. If I'm going to break his balls, I'm going to break his balls.
You guys are fine. See, Pilar doesn't
He's my
understand.
son.
You guys are New York and father-son New York thing attitude. My thing is just to stand here and go, okay, enough. Like, let's get it on
Pilar
track.
thinks I'm way too difficult
She
on
just
him.
doesn't
She does.
understand.
Sometimes I think you're hard on him.
Well, I have to be. I'm
No,
trying
I
to make
get
him
it.
better.
I get it. I'm not mad at that.
Sometimes I feel like I'm talking to my daughters. Yesterday we were talking, and I said to him, "I can't argue with you. I feel like I'm talking to my girls."
He does act like he does act
You
like
like
his
Matty
pheromone-
Maz?
he acts like his pheromone level is higher than it should be. Yes.
You guys just don't understand technology sometimes when you
Here he goes again.
You know,
No,
some
we
stuff
don't.
is just like
That's
don't.
why you're in the booth.
I've already told you. I know
Well, all
nothing.
right, well, here's what happened yesterday,
break.
Matt. Like, you didn't send the thing I sent you. Matt, you sent 2 of them a day. What do you mean? Like, and then you're like, dude,
Yeah,
what?
but here's the whole
Okay.
thing. If you still have this issue, then you haven't dictated it. But the point is easy. You're not going to find better quality back in 1980 from anything you watch,
Nothing,
right? You're not
absolutely
watching
nothing.
2020, so you got to take it.
Where's my HD?
Yeah.
If you guys
we-
could pick any announcer, like of all time, to watch a football game with,
Pat
who would it be?
Summerall.
I like no announcers, me personally.
No.
I just want to watch it and then just have
I
my
like
own
Matt and Summerall
perspective.
back in the day.
Can't beat that.
Just because I didn't know what a PGA last night.
I got to play the Frank Caliendo of that.
Oh yeah, for
Maz's favorite, Al Michaels.
Ugh. Ugh. I literally, I keep it low on Sunday nights. I really do. Between him and Collinsworth,
Why don't
I
you
get a
like Al
migraine.
Michaels?
I just think I just don't like him. He's just full of himself. I don't like guys like that. I just don't. I
Could you
just don't.
imagine
He
one
used to be
day-
a great broadcaster.
Hey, we're coming
It's
up.
past him.
Listen, I want everybody
Who the
out
hell
there to
am I
know
anyway?
this, that we're putting together Maz's favorite sportscasters clip for next week or whatever like this. We're going to run it down, a new segment, so Maz can teach us all about the greatest calls, the greatest people, and why in Maz's world. And I told the kids and
feel like
everybody
Elmo.
else, this is Maz's moment that you have to learn it from Maz.
Elmo.
That's it.
Elmo's world.
So look forward to
Elmo.
it.
I love Elmo.
All right, guys, we're going to take a quick break here, but when we come back, it's time for us to play Me Gusta or No Me Gusta. So stick
No Me Gusta.
around. You're tuning into The Hook on
Me
Woodward
Gusta.
Sports Network.
Hi, I'm David Hall from Hall Financial. And at Hall Financial, we treat our clients like family. And our number one priority is giving each of our clients 5-star service. Our passion for 5-star service, combined with our expertise, allows us to find the best possible solution for refinancing your home loan. We take the time to focus on both the individual and the numbers. We're going to walk you through the process and close your loan in half the time of our competition. Go to davidhallmortgage.com today.
Welcome back to The Hook on Woodward Sports Network. All right, guys, keep the conversations alive. We love to see what you guys have to say on our social media at Woodward Sports. And, of course, you can always give us a call, 313-552-6322. It is time for us to get to Me Gusta or No Me Gusta. You guys know how to play along. All you have to do is, if you like the statement, say Me Gusta. If you don't like the statement, No Me Gusta. All right, here we go. NFL insiders say Heisman Trophy winner Devonta Smith might be too small for the league. He's measured in at 6 foot, 166 pounds. ¿Te gusta o no te gusta? Tom, you seem to not like anything today. ¿Te gusta o no te gusta?
It's not even Tuesday.
I don't think I like your attitude.
Well, that's pretty appropriate.
Boy, does this sound like my house? Jesus, can I get away? Can I get away from anybody anymore? How many more women are going to be on my ass? How many? Don't I put up with enough?
I think
You just had 3 periods last week. I had to deal with 3 periods all at once.
Well, at least
last
they're all
week.
at the same time.
Yeah.
At least they cycle on the same time. So you
Yeah.
just no wonder you had to go to Aunt Kathy's house.
That's right.
Anyways, do you think Devonta Smith or
No, he's not too small. This kid is a stud. May he get hurt? He will. Will he get back up? I hope so. I mean, the kid is multi-talented.
Might
They're
he
going to
stay
beef
down?
him.
Maybe.
They're going to beef him up. He's going to beef up. If I had an opportunity to draft this guy on the right spot, I would have no problem taking the Heisman Trophy winner. No me gusta. He's not too small.
He's not too small. What about you, Dmac? Do you think Devonta Smith is too small?
Well,
at 6 foot?
Well, the comparables, guys, I know it was John Ross drafted in the first round. There's somebody else.
Bust.
Who's a boss? Yeah, John Bostic. But
no, bust. He's a bust. John Ross was a bust.
No, I understand that.
Okay,
but what I'm saying is if the question was the top 10 pick, does this put him out? Because this is a guy that's been projected as one of our picks or a top 10, one of the first wide receivers. But the thing is, you brought up a great point, Maz. He's still young enough. He's going to fill out. He's got a physique that he could fill out a little bit more like a Terrell Owens. But the problem is, yes, somebody's going to take a shot on him. It's what system he goes to, where he goes, and how he's used, right? Because he's fragile. He's a sports car, in my opinion. He runs great routes and stuff like that, but he needs to be protected because he's not playing against boys anymore in college. He's playing against real men with beards and families and mortgages and kids and all that stuff. So, like, it's a man's game now. I think he's a pro player, but it's how he develops and once he gets that size. So, I say, no me gusta to this, but I see that why people would be a little bit worried.
Right. Eazy, ¿te gusta o no te gusta?
No me gusta. I don't think it matters. He's been balling. Like, SEC is no joke. That's like where a lot of pro guys get scouted out of. So he's been taking hits in the SEC. Obviously, he's putting up big numbers. I see guys like Deshaun Watson. They've been in the league a long time. Deshaun Jackson, I apologize. They've been in the league a long time. I see Maz smirking about something. I don't know what that's about, but no me gusta. I think you take him. What's up, Maz?
I just figured that you'd probably challenge him and say you'd probably be a better pick than him.
Wow.
That's this is like you guys say I'm in my feelings, but it has nothing to do with fighting a 120-pound man. Like, it's two different scenarios.
No, it doesn't have anything to do with it, but you got to understand, Maz thinks it's funny, so we got to support Maz. It's not about, you don't understand that.
But
just take it.
Oh, I take
know
it.
Your role, Dmac. Know your role and take it. It ain't about being right
Starting
or wrong.
to get a migraine.
Oh
my God.
And you can't
pheromones.
beat Bruce Lee's ass. But you might be able to get taken 7th overall.
I'd choke him out.
Thanks for the pizza.
Oh, my goodness. All right. Fish, do you think that Devonta Smith is too small to be a top wide receiver in the league?
No me gusta. I think he's good enough to be a good wide receiver. I've seen some of his plays, and he looks fit. He looks good. And I think he can. I mean, we've seen small guys before, and they perform well. So I think he's fine for the league. We have breaking news in the hockey world.
Okay.
Is that your ringer?
Yeah, that's right.
That's his reverse.
The Women's World Hockey Championships will be canceled.
Damn.
Wow.
Where were they going to be played?
Looks like Canada.
Well, there you go.
Well, there you go.
I rest my
for
case.
COVID restrictions in Canada.
Here's the thing, too. Fish brought up a great point. Is that I think today's NFL rules favor size like Devonta Smith.
Yeah, you can't touch him.
But that's what I mean.
Yeah.
So the fact that Fish bringing up that you've seen smaller guys succeed like this, just it's about taking those unneeded hits and obviously getting his bell rung. How does because you're gonna get shots in the NFL.
Yeah.
Like even the ones going out of bounds and stuff, right?
Wes
You're gonna
Walker
get drilled.
was 5'9". Danny Amendola was 5'11". But Danny Amendola is also 198 pounds. I mean, if anybody's going to be concerned, I don't think it's about him being 6 feet. It's about him being 166 pounds.
And being drafted highly, by the way.
Right.
You're correct, Dmac, in the fact that he's gonna fill out. They'll work with him on that. Fish, what do you have to add to this?
More breaking news. Any Canadian football fans out there, they're now going to start the season not on June 11th, on August 5th. They're planning for the Grey Cup on December 12th.
Okay, that'll be a nice snowy day. Probably. Where are they playing the Grey Cup? Find out for me.
I think it's Hamilton.
Oh, good. Outdoors.
And I want to go.
I want to go to the Grey Cup with you. When it comes to Toronto again, we'll go.
Me and my cousin went to Hamilton.
Hamilton's closest.
Yeah, Hamilton's
really?
closer.
See, I forgot. I'm sorry.
It's about 3.5 hours away. Me and my cousin went there for the Labor Day Classic in 2019. It was a great experience.
Thank you. I'm sorry. Bad at geography today.
Hamilton's also where the Belleville Bulls, the junior team, moved to.
So maybe Dink and you and me and
he's
Fish
in
could go.
Winnipeg, but we
Oh,
could,
that's right.
we could
He used to
call
be
him
in Belleville. He used to be in Belleville.
Dmac, have you been to the Tiger Cat Stadium?
I have not been to a game, but I've been there. I've seen it.
Houses all over,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
a stadium.
Yeah, it's sort of the closest thing to Green Bay. You know,
Good
like
to
as
know.
far as what you've seen.
I have a Tiger Cat hat at home, believe it or not.
Of course you do.
A Tie Cat.
We should make this official go December 12th.
Don't forget, they might merge with The Rock and then the XFL the following
Just
season.
stop talking. No, I don't
You don't
want
like
that.
The Rock?
I like The Rock. I don't want them to merge.
Oh.
He's a purist.
They're gonna
He's a
screw all
purist.
the
Then
rules.
the 3 downs would go.
I-
Then
yeah,
the guy
I-
run into the line.
I
Then
am
the
a purist,
Rouge would be
yeah.
out. The Rouge would be out.
Oh, my.
As long as they don't scrap it. If they merge but they keep the leagues, I'll be fine.
So, Fish, what happens if that the only way that they can keep the XFL is to merge? Are you good with that? Or do you say just kill the XFL, don't, you know?
Yeah, sorry. Bye, XFL.
That's it. Hey,
Sorry.
that's a Fish. That's exactly what they did over across the way.
Couldn't do it well.
Unfortunately,
Bye.
Unfortunately,
I love
the,
Fish.
the,
Yeah, we love him, too. He's amazing.
the CFL needs The Rock more than The Rock needs the CFL, unfortunately.
Darren Dink just wrote on social media, today's show, migraines, 3 periods, and sweet feet. Oh, my
Hey,
God.
Dink, what did they close up today in Canada? Fill us in.
Everything,
Yeah.
anything else that was left? I feel
Something
like
else just closed. 7-Elevens are now closed in Canada.
We have Max Milks, Tom. We don't have 7-Elevens.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Come on,
Get it
man.
right.
What's the
Get
Kit
it
Kat
right.
again?
The coffee crisp.
The coffee
Jeez,
crisp.
it's not a Kit Kat. Bro.
I know,
It's
but it is a
coffee
Kit.
crisp.
It is a Kit Kat.
No, it's not. It's a big freaking. It's not a Kit Kat.
The
It
Kit
doesn't even
Kat
have
comes
the
in the
same-
large too.
Dink, will you please tell Maz the difference between a Kit Kat and a freaking coffee crisp?
Well, I would imagine that the coffee crisp would basically be made out of coffee, where the Kit Kat
Yeah,
is made out
it's
of
like
chocolate.
a mocha, but it's bigger.
It's
and-
almost like a tiramisu
Bro,
candy bar.
they make the Kit Kat that big too.
No, they don't.
Yeah, the
Yes, you
king
have a
size is
choice.
big. Yeah, the really big
You have the
ones are big.
breakaway wafer, or you have the big wafer, like the coffee crisp.
No, it's still not the same thing, you clown.
Dink said it's not a Kit Kat. Ha ha ha.
All right,
Yes,
fine.
it's not a Kit Kat.
I can't go against the Canadian guys.
All right. We're going to move on. Let's talk about this whole Justin Fields situation. Is anybody concerned about him confirming that he is managing epilepsy? I mean, I do want to remind people that Tiki Barber was a guy who...
Tiki and Rondé,
Yep,
his
they
brother.
played in the
Couple good
NFL.
players.
I looked up and
And
thanks. Joe was doing some work. They found some names and mostly football players like Tiki and Rondé Barber, Alan Faneca, the Steelers offensive line, Samari Roll, cornerback, Ravens and stuff. A couple guys that I found, Maz. This is how Maz rubs off on me. Former Tiger manager and Major League player Buddy Bell.
Oh wow, love Buddy.
Also, and a guy you saw play probably one of the first games you went to, Grover Cleveland Alexander.
I missed
That's
him.
a baseball guy from like the teens,
I
but
missed
he
him.
was big. Yeah, you just missed him by a few years. But and then I know there's a young lady in hockey, but there's not too many hockey guys that I can find because of, I guess, concussions and different things. But I've seen feedback that people say that there's kids out there that but you have to manage it and stuff like this. So I think to go as high in the draft as 3, I think that this more so might have gone to what San Francisco realizes and why the Mac Jones talk where I thought Fields would be there. But yeah, I think it has to raise a bit of a red
It
flag
will.
because there's epilepsy and concussions and stuff like that. So you're dealing with the head. So you might see him drop, and if he does, this is probably more of the reason why.
Maybe New England is now looking and saying, hey, if this kid drops now, maybe we don't have to trade up. And we were talking about getting traded up with the Lions all the way up to number 7, but all they'd have to give up to get to number 7. Of course, Miami at 6, they're dangling their pick as well. Who knows? Maybe the kid now slips down. I feel bad. I really do, but he's managed his symptoms this far in his life.
Yeah.
And we all know he's a very good quarterback, at least in college. And again, I bring up the Ohio State moniker. Now people will say, well, you can't blame it on Ohio State. He had epilepsy. So let's see where he goes.
Right.
I wish him the best. I hope he stays healthy.
healthy.
This is 2021. If you can manage symptoms, this is the time. You're managing your symptoms pretty well in 2021. I mean, let's face it. Look where we're at now.
Yeah. So the article that I had read on NFL.com said that, the doctors are pretty confident that he will grow out of it as his other family members have.
There you go.
And he is taking medication. It hasn't affected him during college. I think people's biggest concerns are, concussions have been linked, and they haven't done much studies on NFL players with concussions and seizures, but it is one of those things where they say concussions do lead to seizures. So he's a quarterback. His job is not to get hit that much, right? So
I'm trying to
unfortunately, it's not all up to him.
Offensive line,
Right.
and they're going to be able to help him out there. So
I need a fish update mute. Give me your update sounder. Okay,
wow, this must be important.
I got Antonio Brown news.
Whoa.
I know how you guys, to salivate over Antonio Brown. Here we go. Antonio Brown settles a dispute with his ex-trainer who accused him of sexual assault. Congratulations, Antonio Brown, settling another dispute. That'll be awesome for him. Congrats to everyone here.
I was hoping you would give me some news that he has re-signed with.
No. They had to make sure he had to settle this dispute first. He probably got a few other ones. Once he gets all these disputes settled, then Tampa Bay will sign him, and he'll live with Tom Brady.
All right.
Exactly.
All right, guys, we're going to take a quick break here, but when we come back, it's going to be time for us to get to Dmac's Hack 'em and Whack 'em. So stick around.
Mac.
You are tuning into The Hook on Woodward Sports Network. Network. All right, my friends, it is time for us to talk some golf with Dmac. With your Hack and Whack 'em. Hack 'em and Whack 'em.
I love it.
Hack 'em and Whack 'em.
Go to a happy place.
Yeah, guys, here we go this week. Obviously, last week we congratulate the 47-year-old Stuart Sink on his second victory, winning that plaid jacket, the RBC Heritage Classic. This week is a different format on the tour. It's the Zurich Open Classic, the Zurich Classic in New Orleans, TPC. This is the team event, guys. The team event where this is a lot of long odds where you see a lot of the guys who you find out who are sort of buddies or off the course that you don't really know, guys who played together in college and different things. Anyways, it's 4 rounds, same with cuts, but this is important for a lot of guys as far as the FedEx Point Cups going, where a lot of the guys who are battling for the top 120 to get into the playoffs for the PGA Tour. This is where they can pick up some extra points they'll need down the road. So different teams, if you look, we've made a bunch of, if you go on to mybookie.ag, you will see like the odds down to I believe 100,000 plus 100,000 for a team that these are professional golfer. Nobody's out of it, and the reason why it is because they don't play stroke play, they play match play, they play back and forth, alternate shot on different days. So this will be the team games. Anyways, let's pull up the picks here. As you can see, look at that beautiful golf course in the Zurich. And yes, because there's so many teams, we're going to split it up and we're going to bet $40 this week, right? The favorites at plus 1,400. Yes, we know that Maz doesn't appreciate anybody betting a favorite at plus money, right, Pilar? But we're going to take Ryan Palmer and John Rahm at plus 1,400. And then Cameron Champ and Tony Finau, we talked about a lot where Finau's won before, but this could be a breakout. Bunch of two big hitters of the golf ball. So they're plus 2,000. Like I said, these are some of the more higher ones. I put in the $5 bets. Kirk and Todd at 2,800 plus 2,800. Harold Varner III, who just finished second last week, and Brendan Grace, the South African, plus 2,300. Former winners here, Scott Brown and Kevin Kisner at plus 4,000, and then Keith Mitchell and Brant Schneedeker at plus 6,000. So the odds, and these are like if you want to throw a couple dollars out to like $5 to risk to watch the weekend, it could be exciting, and there's definitely value in it. So I love the team event when it comes around once a year. Sometimes it can give guys the juice, so to speak, to have a great year or to move on as we get to some of the Masters, U.S. Open, and British Open coming up, and it'll be in this great PGA season. So this is a big weekend for guys to get FedEx points.
Who came up with that nice graphic for you?
That's the Skywalker himself.
Skywalker. Luke.
Yeah, he's very good at listening directions.
Excellent.
Yeah, exactly.
Excellent.
Y'all are too much.
What do you mean?
Y'all are too much. Y'all got to pick on everybody, don't you?
No, I just state the truth into the air, and you guys take it for what it is. If the words that I put out there mean something to you, well, I don't know what you might be. If you think I'm implying stuff, absolutely. You know, absolutely, I'm implying it, but it's just a nice way to do it. It's the Steve Eiserman approach, right? You got, except that he kicked the dog twice. He never pet the dog. I'll pet the dog on the way out.
You do. Fish, what do you have for us?
Dmac, I hope you agree with me on this one. Maz, this is for all golf people.
Maz doesn't agree with anybody today.
Well, I don't expect him to. This is for all golf people. There's no such thing as a golf clap. When you're at a golf tournament, you clap normally. You don't... Like, if you go... You see people clap... No, people clap loud and they scream and cheer.
Right, but I think the golf clap, Fish, came into when, like, let's just say the cheer goes on the one hole and you want to cheer, but somebody's going to hit a ball. So they're saying that the golf, because as Maz always says, you have to turn your head up when you talk golf. So the fact that it's I'm happy, but somebody else is hitting and I'm respectful because I'm a golf. No, other sports, they don't care, Fish, but because golfers are elitist, so then it's just to slow it down. It's only a golf clap when you're trying to show that you're respectful to other people. But other than that, it's a Tiger Root, it's a fist pump, it's a 16th hole. Look at like some of the golf tournaments. Look at like at Phoenix, the 16th hole. They're going nuts while the guys are hitting, right? That's the rock stars of golf. So I think it's just the fact that if you're a golfer, you have more respect for everybody else, don't you think? As opposed to Maz, who's not a golfer, he's a bowler.
That's the old Waste Management Open in Phoenix, right?
How would you clap?
Golf, though.
I clap normally.
When I was at the Ryder Cup,
fans don't care if people are behind you. They're clapping normally if it's a good shot.
No, but what I'm saying is if there's a great shot and there's a player behind that, what if it's your favorite player? Or if you were cheering on the golf course and then you noticed, right? You would calm your clap down. You don't cheer. You don't go, ooh, way to go, way to go. It's like, oh, quiet.
Then how come people yell after people hit the ball? Bubble Booey all the time here.
They're idiots.
Because that's your culture, Fish. You tell me. Because
light the candle.
Well, that's the thing. It's for the hit. It's to get on the.
You the man.
Yeah, all that stuff.
Go get a Phil. Woo, Phil.
Hey, I used to go to golf tournaments back in the day when they had the Buick Open at Warwick Hills. All the radio stations would cover the event. It's beautiful up there. They don't do the Buick Open up there anymore, but that was always one of the louder courses as well, because Tiger Woods would be there representing Buick, and the winner would be like 28 under par.
The 17th hole was awesome. I played the pro-ams.
It was so high scoring up there. It was amazing.
It was a party on 17.
Yeah, it was a party.
It wasn't golf. See, you think golf fans like the party, bro?
No, I know that. Of course, I know that.
But
it is pretty elitist. Nonetheless, when we did the Ryder Cup at Oakland Hills, the U.S. stunk it up, by the way, that year. But it was really great. I kind of looked around to see how everyone else was reacting, because the U.S. was getting creamed. There was not much to clap about. The Euros was slapping us around. But who do I run into, Mac, on the course? I'm covered. I'm just walking hole to hole. I run into Scotty Bowman. And, hey, Tom, how you doing? Good. So we sit down in the bleachers together and just talk about anything but golf. I mean, there it went. It was just a great experience to have that. That's all. I just wanted to bring up a quick Scotty Bowman story. And by the way, the NFL will announce their schedule on May the 12th. So it's coming up. Opening week will be September 9th, and it ends January 9th. They'll play the Pro Bowl this year on February 6th. That's going to be in Vegas, and Super Bowl 56 will be played at SoFi Stadium in L.A. on February the 13th. So all the schedules will be out on May the 12th. Of course, that's a huge day for the Detroit Lions because then we go down the list. Win, loss, 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 loss. Win, loss, 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 loss. Win. Yes. What's up, Fish?
Well, all right. The whole schedule thing is a joke as well because they've already released. No, here's the thing. Okay, people are like, "Oh, schedule release! I'm so excited."
It is,
but they've already released the teams, so you already know who the Lions are playing. You just don't know the dates.
But you don't know who's playing on Thanksgiving.
That's correct.
All right.
But like, can't they just release them all at once? Can't they just keep it?
The NFL knows what they're doing, man. The
NFL knows. Don't let us know. Make it a secret. Make it a secret. I want a secret. I want to not know. I want the schedule release to be a big thing. Schedule release.
That is kind of cool. I like your way,
schedule
Fish.
release.
I
Well,
like
this is
your
not
way.
a schedule. They're putting in 2 parts.
Okay.
Yep.
I could deal with your way. Then
Like,
you don't really know who you're
need to
playing.
We
drag
already know
things
who we're
out.
playing. All right,
It's
now just look at the
off-season talk.
dates.
They need things for off-season talk, Fish, is what it comes down to. They need content. All right, guys, speaking of the NFL and how they like to drag things out and keep everybody in suspense, the Eagles have said that Jalen Hurts has to earn his starting quarterback job.
He's got to
against
beat out
Joe
who?
Flacco.
Who's he got to beat out? Old man Joe, who couldn't win a game for the Jets last year. Then again, nobody could have won a game for the Jets. But Jalen Hurts, we talked about him this week. How he spent his first $1 million. He put $758,000 in the bank, and then helped out his family with the rest of that money.
Yeah, but I mean, of course, it's a young guy. He's not proven. He's got to go out.
He's not.
He knows
Sure.
that. I don't think in this situation it's anything other than trying to get the best out of Joe Flacco to get the best out of Jalen Hurts, and this is fine. I don't think this is disrespectful at all.
I don't think so
Nick
at all.
Sirianni is the new head coach of Philly, taking over for Doug
He's
Peterson.
got to create a new culture.
Yeah, Doug Peterson, by the way, doesn't have a job. He won a
Isn't that
Super Bowl.
crazy?
He won a Super Bowl 3 years ago. He doesn't have a job. All because of Carson Wentz and how he handled all of that, and then how he handled that last game against the Giants.
Yeah, he probably gets like a rat sort of think, like a rat sort of in the joint, sort of.
The word's out on him.
Yeah, word's out.
The word is out, man.
It's got to be it.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think though that going back to this headline that it's bad at all. Look, Jalen Hurts, he's a young quarterback. I feel that you got to keep them competitive. You got to keep them hungry. You got to keep them on their toes. You got to keep them fresh. I don't think he's too concerned about going up against Joe Flacco. But look, he is a veteran quarterback who could always have a comeback year. You never know, right? There's plenty of quarterbacks who've been able to have comebacks late in their career. So I think that this is good. I mean, what do you guys think on our social media? Hit us up for your final thoughts here at Woodward Sports. Do you think that Jalen Hurts should be competing for his starting job, or it should just be given?
We had Adnan Verk on last Friday. MLB, NHL Network, WWE Raw on Mondays, and so on and so forth. He's a huge Eagles fan, and I asked him we told him about Jalen Hurts and how he spent his $1 million. And he's like, well, yeah, Jalen Hurts is good, but you know what? If you look at his numbers, he really, he wasn't that good. His percentage was really low, his pass percentage. He won a couple games for him, but they lost mainly. But they didn't have really much of anything going on in Philly last year. So even the biggest Eagle fan said Jalen Hurts might not be the answer. Who knows? They might draft a freaking quarterback here. Right now, they traded back. They traded back with Miami to get out of the top 10. I don't know what they're up to, so we'll see what Philly does. Maybe they take a quarterback. Maybe they trade back up.
Yeah,
it's wild, man. Next Thursday, buckle up, man.
I know it's going
to be great.
Much anticipated. Social media saying all players need to compete for their position. I agree with that 100%. Everybody should always be competing for their spots. All right, guys, it is time for us to get to who you like. Tom Mazawey, do you like anybody today?
I do. I went 2-0 last night. Gave you the Knicks-Nets, which hasn't lost yet this year. When I do the Knicks-Nets combo, now here's the problem. I went to the back office, and I'm ready to put my bet in, literally. And I'm with Mike Broadwell. And Broadwell's like, hey, what do you think of the Phillies tonight? So I look, and I'm like, oh, Zach Wheeler's pitching. You know what? They owe me from last week. He sucked last week. You know what? Let's bet him, Mike. So I add the Phillies to my 2-team parlay that I gave you guys. So I don't bet the 2-team parlay. I Costanza'd it again, Mac. I bet a 3-team parlay. So the Knicks dominate Charlotte. The Nets, they win their game as an underdog. And who the hell? The Phillies are up 2 runs in the 8th. I'm like, we got it. They lost by 4 runs. They gave up. They crapped the bed at the end of the.
Costanza.
I lost last night. I'm sorry.
Costanza.
Tonight, back to a 2-team parlay. Nets getting points again. What's up, man? Nets getting 4.5 against the Raptors. Take the spread and take them even as well. And I like the Warriors. They're hot. Let's face it, Steph Curry's leading them. They're only favored by 1.5 over the hapless Wizards. Give me the Nets. Give me the Warriors.
All right, there you have it. Dmac, who you like?
Hey, Maz, in horses, like when you box like 3, or if you want to get 2,
exact
right? So
box, trifecta box.
Right. So like you
doesn't work that way in parlays.
No, but if you spread them around and bet 2 of your 3 in different bets, then at least you could. Anyways, don't.
I wasn't
what do
smart
I
enough.
know? Anyways, Vegas Golden Knights at home against San Jose Sharks. Take it to the bank.
All right, Easy D, who you like?
I'm going to take the Suns over the 76ers tonight. Last time I picked the 76ers, they lost for me, so I was pretty upset about that. And I like Chris Paul. I think he's really underrated.
Yeah, might as well pick him again then.
Fish, who we got?
Alrighty, we have I have Wellington Phoenix over Western United tomorrow. That's soccer.
Bougie.
Okay.
They're playing in Tasmania.
Thursday
tomorrow.
night football?
I like when they play in Tasmania.
They play in Tasmania.
Isn't it fully open stadiums there?
Seems like every day you say that.
I think so.
It's true.
No, but it seems like every day.
We go to Sydney, where it is a fully open stadium.
All
so it
right.
is Thursday night football. Panthers over the Knights. They're 6-0. They're going to go 7-0 with a win tomorrow.
Right, that's
All right, that's right. We ride the hot streaks until it's no longer hot.
Fish, can we get that again?
Arr. That was a Panther Pirate.
Yeah, that was like, yeah.
That
It's
was
almost like my bear.
fantastic.
Remember my bear?
Yeah.
Oh, we see it in the opener.
We see it every day, my friend. That was fantastic, Fish. That is what that was. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us on our social media, interacting with us at Woodward Sports. Big thanks to Walter, Anthony for calling in. Anthony, good luck. Better luck next time.
He wrote me. He's embarrassed. He said he's sorry.
It's all right. It's all right, Anthony. There's always tomorrow. You can call and try again tomorrow.
Hey, Anthony.
And of course,
I'm sorry, Pilar. Anthony, don't worry. You're allowed to make mistakes. Just don't make the same one twice. We'll get you back. We'll get you that gift card.
that is right. Big thanks to our friend African Caesar. Make sure that you are tuning in to his show every Saturday morning, the Sneaker Box Show. It is great. You saw his personality. He's phenomenal. I love the show. So, all right, my friends, thank you guys so much for tuning in. For Fish, for Eazy, for Luke, for Dmac, for Maz, I'm Pilar Lastra. We'll see you guys tomorrow.